Editing. There we go. It's just the slow pan across. The slow pan across. How we doing, matey? I am doing fantastic. I mean, LCQ has come and gone. Do we have our EU representatives for Worlds? We're super excited. It was a long, long day for you and me on that day, so I'm excited. And most important thing, my favorite Pokemon dropped. So both you and I have two favorite Pokemon in the game. Mine is clearly better, so it's okay. I mean, super thankful for all the 4 teams that signed up. We got them in lobby. We got best of threes coming for you with all-star draft, but we call it fearless over here. My man's been having a tough time Englishing today, but let's see if we can get some English out of him today. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well, buddy. I'm just trying to see who we've got in this first matchup. I believe it's the American Dream versus Banger. So I'm just going to get those names loaded in now, ready to go. We are doing best of three. It's been stressful setting this up. You EU fellas, folks, and ladies and all like to make sure that we are really stressed when it comes to signing up last minute.
They keep us on our game. They keep us on our game. You know, it is fine. It is just how it works, guys. I mean, we always got to be on our game, Tano. That's just how it has to be. We've had what, a week off of casting? No, LCQ was last week. We've barely had a week off of casting. We've just been chilling, having some fun. And now it's time to bring you some incredible stuff. But also remember, guys, there is a decryption going on. Tano came up with it this time around. I just did the incredible graphic for it. So if you can figure it out, type it in the Discord, win yourself a prize. You have to get all of the weeks correct to win that prize. We're going to get yourself a nice shiny holoware for the Pokemon of your choice. So try and figure out what the unknowns say, because I think it's difficult this time around.
I do as well, and I tell you what is also pretty, not difficult but hype, is these new Pokemon that we have leaked. I say leaked, take it with a pinch of salt, because you never know. I mean, it is from El Chico Eevee, which pretty much confirms it anyway.
Confirms it.
I mean,
it pretty much confirms it.
Imagine the scenes if El Chico Eevee lied about something like this. That would be insane. But yeah, some new Pokemon coming on, buddy. But we've got this brand new draft, this brand new patch, shall I say, that dropped, I believe, today. And that is what we're going to be playing on. So, a lot of changes. Yeah.
Let's have a look at the Unite patch, my guy. We had it just a little bit ago. Give me a second. I'm going to grab it up to grab this patch. It's an interesting patch. In terms of how well it was received, this patch, Tano, it's based on the other patches that we've gotten so far. This one was a little bit hit and miss. Everybody's been saying the patches so far have been quite positive in a way, but so far, let's just have a look at it. Pikachu buffed, Meowscarada buffed, Goodra buffed, Aegislash buffed, Duraludon buffed, Metagross buffed, Wicked Blow Urshifu, that's the single punch Urshifu, has been buffed. Typhlosion has been buffed for some reason. Regular Charizard has been buffed. Mega Charizard Y has been nerfed. Sirfetch'd has been nerfed. Articuno has been nerfed. Suicune has been nerfed. Zapdos has been nerfed. Inteleon and Dragapult have been nerfed. To be fair, mate, I think all of these nerfs are exactly the Pokemon that we were calling for to be nerfed.
Yeah, I like the nerfs, to be honest. I think the biggest question actually is more about the buffs that are in this patch. I think there's some very sus things in the patch. Pikachu, do not even get me started. We've had that debate. I like the Goodra buffs. I like the Aegislash buffs. Questionable is one way of putting it for the Typhlosion buff. Why on earth?
Yeah.
I don't care who you are. I don't care what you say. There's no need for Typhlosion to be buffed. It's in a perfect place. Buffing Eruption is ridiculous, in my opinion, mate.
Look, let's just talk about the other buff that was really not necessary. Electro Ball, Volt Tackle, Pikachu is back on the cards. As if we weren't allowed to move enough in Thea Sky Ruins, they decided to put even more lockdown into the game without giving us any way to really control it. I mean, Full Heal was nerfed into the ground, and it doesn't seem like it's going to rise anytime soon. Plus, they gave Electro Ball a 5% damage increase up already on the fact that it does more damage the lower you are. So it is an execute move. Volt Tackle, 8% increase. Thunderbolt, 10% increase. And the Unite move is a 8% increase. And if you combo that with the Volt Tackle, it's a direct target. So you get an entire Thunderstorm on you if you get Volt Tackled. Wasn't necessary, but that is okay. Aegislash, however, it's not buffs to its final evolution. It's actually buffs to its first and second stages, which were considered very, very weak. Aegislash is only a Pokemon that works if you get it online, so it's very easy to hard target that Pokemon in its early stages. Goodra, another Pokemon that I don't mind getting buffed. Muddy Water has got increased damage reduction. Tackle has got a cooldown as well, and the ability has been buffed as well. But yeah, some really nice bursts, and then obviously Articuno Mega Charizard Y feels like it has been nerfed into the ground, and I'm all here for it.
Yeah, it's about time, isn't it, mate? It's too good. It's an interesting birth to the OG Charizard, because there is a nerf in there, but there's also a buff in there, and I think that's purely because it just simply doesn't get used when you have the Megas there, which is what's so interesting. But you know, we have this game ready to go anyways, mate. Let's hop on into this draft phase. Let's see where we go with this. Of course, it is full fearless here, chat. So, of course, the repeat of these Pokemon cannot be played for the rest of the set.
Yeah, we've got Banger and we've got the American Dream on playing up this first game. Banger on your purple side, American Dream on your orange side. Of course, you're going to recognize some of these players. Callie, Bidapig, Albanoa, Jose, Rose, Jirawi. And of course, they make the names impossible for us to actually determine who they are. But also today, Tana, we are not following the official format where it's a 1-month ban for most Pokemon. So Articuno and Typhlosion are available to be picked. For Alligator, moment silence for my Feraligatr. A moment is not going to be allowed to be played. But also, I love that Pokemon, mate. I don't care what you say. It's a fun Pokemon. And I'm just built different on it. I'll be honest with you.
It does look really good, I will say, mate. It looks really amazing to play, and I really like the addition of these Pokemon they're adding in because, I mean, outside of the birds, they are really exciting. I like the way Typhlosion looks. I like the way Feraligatr looks. Hopefully, they stick with that. But here we go. We're picking up these Pokemon to kick it off with, buddy. Looking at the bans, it is going to be Trevenant, the Rapidash, and the Blissey. And it's going to be Psyduck, Typhlosion, and Articuno, who are allowed to be played today, chat. Only the Alligator banned, as Lobo has just said. But Machamp straight out on the field here, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely. Machamp is so strong right now. It was a lot of target bans over the LCQ weekend, especially in EU, because a lot of players do play it. I mean, this combo that has been picked up by the American Dream has been giving us nightmares, specifically when it's run by Beru and Yu. So we've been telling them to stop it because we don't appreciate that. But this Blastoise Darkrai combination is so very, very good. Darkrai puts you to sleep, and Blastoise is still incredibly strong right now, even with those damage nerfs, because it's not about the damage, Tana. What do we say about Suicune? You can take all the damage out of that Pokemon, and it's still going to be one of the most nonsensical abhorrent Pokemon that I ever want to go up against.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, buddy. I mean, looking at a Pokemon like that as well, Darkrai, I seriously hate going up against that Pokemon at the moment, as you've already mentioned. And then Jose's going to pull out the Pawmot that we've been having a lot of fun with ourselves, mate. I think a very, very strong all-rounder in the game right now. And then you're going to give it a Comfey. Oh my god, American Dream. This is brutal.
No, I like it. Jose played very, very well on LCQ weekend with that Pokemon, with that Pawmot. It did very, very well, but also giving Callie that Blaziken and Elbafio. I'm going to go, yep, sure, make me say it. I don't know if I'm saying anything wrong or insulting, but I don't mean it. If it is, they made me do it. The players made me do it. But Albanoa on that Comfey, and Rose is going to pick up an Espeon. But Tano, once again, it's been a while. Gonna put you in the hot seat. On paper, what you thinking about this this matchup right now? So far, both teams looking fairly balanced, and it's pretty much color for color.
Yeah, it is. I think for me, on paper, I'm giving it over to the side of the American Dream just because of that Darkrai, I think, is the difference for me. Although, you know, Machamp is there as well, and I think that's absolutely massive for Banger. So it's kind of one of those where it could go either way, as you've already mentioned. I'm just going to give it over to the Darkrai just because of how much I have a personal hatred of that Pokemon.
Yeah, look, I mean, Tana's letting his own experiences shine through there as well, so that's okay, mate. We bring experiences into our cast, and of course we can be biased, but some of us more than others. You know, especially with Darkrai, I think it is so good right now because it has so much ability to do so much damage without being taken. It's got a built-in Shedinjadol, if you will, but then also Darkrai's love to run Shedinjadol for some ungodly reason, just because they say, hey, try and hit me. Let's see what's going to happen. But I do want to see how the Pawmont goes with the Comfey. The fact that we're seeing a Snorlax, I mean, go ahead and invade. Go do it. Because Pawmont, I think until you get that level 5 evolution, you do get access to that Supercell Slam, you're going to be in a little bit of a problem. But business as usual, Blaziken going to take that central lane for Banger.
Full banger indeed, and it's going to be a bottom lane of this Mew. The Snorlax is going to invade. Already hearing, seeing the future, you are, my guy, going up against Jose on that Pawmont. And of course, it's not exactly slow around this central area.
No.
So I do like this matchup. It's actually pretty even.
Yeah, it is. Snorlax in this central area is such a pain. It's just going to hip thrust his way back and forth, trying to get to this farm. It's going to body slam it. Is it going to take away the farm? No, it's not. Jose, very experienced in that lane, but it doesn't have really any get out of jail tools right now. But look at how slow Snorlax is. Squirtle's coming to help out. Skullbash in with the water gun. They're not gonna get away, but they're gonna be dangerously low health as Jose can focus on trying to pick up that farm. I don't think he got it, but he's gonna get KO'd by the Eldegoss.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they do find Jose. Jiraiya has managed to find the KO on the Snorlax as well, so E-Lizard is down, but it's going to be by the pig that manages to find the buffs anyway. And as she comes up into this top lane, they've got to deal with the Darkrai Comfey combo. That is going to be a big issue for Banger, but they have enough people up here to just deal with at least Jiraiya as they pick up the farm. Another dive in, though, from Jose as they find the KO onto the Machop, as Berber hasn't been able to find an Evo just yet, buddy, and the American Dream are living it indeed up in this top lane.
Yeah, absolutely massive KOs coming in, and this is why you just do not give a Pawmont away, especially with a Comfey. I mean, I think this Pokemon is very, very underrated. We've seen some very good players use this Pokemon. I'm loving this Pokemon at the moment. It's one of my go-tos if I don't get to play the Gator, but Machop has something to say about it. But I think Jose has something else to say about it because we now got central lanes and we've got Darkrai Invade. That's exactly what a Pawmont wants. It wants hindrance on it when it decides to go in.
Yeah, it really does, and we do have a bit of damage coming in from the Mew, but they're trying to rotate for that central Regidrago as well from the American Dream. We've already got Rose hitting it here as he tries to see if they can get that ripped down quick enough, but he got to watch out for E-Lizard. A dive in from Jiraiya here pulls the attention of Mew at the very least, and they do find that Regidrago off the back of the Espeon. Snorlax still trying to be a massive nuisance, but having that Psybeam paired with the Psyshock is going to be too much damage as they go back to the spawn room.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a little bit of a late scaling comp on the side of Banger. They're not doing too badly. They haven't lost too many points. It's not something that's insurmountable, that Machop. They recognize that Darkrai's in that bush, but Darkrai does have the ability to get away, especially with that Dark Void coming out. Submission going to come through. Callie going to try to pick up a KO on Jose, who's dangerously low. Gets to the Citrus Berry. Jose going to try and score, which is audacious in front of that Snorlax. Snorlax going to come through as well. And they've just decided to leave it now. Don't want to get too much experience off. Now, this is just bullying at this point.
Yeah, this Pawmont is an issue. Definitely an issue for this team. But to be fair, once they have Machamp online, that might be the difference that Banger need to get themselves well back in this. The late scaling comp is going to make all the difference for them. Very close to the Unite move on the side of Darkrai as well for the American Dream. They've got to keep up this pressure and keep up this level lead. That's the most important thing for them right now because the score lead is well and truly in their favor as well.
Yeah, the score lead's going quite well. Snorlax trying to steal that Regieleki. They're going into a rest, but unfortunately with the Espeon there and that combination play with Psyshock, Stored Power, Psyshock, Psybeam, they're going to try and get some points in here, but, I mean, Jiraiya on a Blastoise is a problem to deal with for anybody, let alone someone that has been fed. But look at the amount of damage that's going on that Blastoise. That's exactly what they need to do. They just now need to take care of this Darkrai, but beware of the Pawmont.
Oh my days, and that is one reason why I despise this Pokemon. The amount of damage you drop coming out of that Dark Pulse, and then you go into worst nightmare onto Biter Pig. That is brutal. 40 dunk in the face of it here as Jose attempts it. Elis is not allowing that to happen. There would have been a 39 overcap. Will have to stay up in that top lane and defend it, buddy, as they've picked up more points. Rotation again from Darkrai here as they really do want to push this top lane.
Yeah, they're going to go through. The Machamp needs to get online here so we can see a submission into a Wicked Blow. They're just going to let Jose have that because I think they want to get some of the experience back. But luckily, Tano, they're not too far off in levels, just 2 level 9s on their team and 2 level 10s on the side of the American Dream. They just need to work here. Callie trying to go in. It is the stun that's going to come out, but look at the Blastoise. It's such a problem. There's the stun with the Espeon and then put to sleep by the Darkrai. It's an absolutely disgusting combination, as Kilo would like to say.
American Dream extending their lead ever so much here at the moment, but Banger, they do have the opportunity to get themselves back in it. We're at the 5-minute mark now. It all takes one good team fight, one good objective on your side. They're not out of it level-wise too much, although Snorlax needs a little bit more, but it is your defender. Dark Pulse is going to come through here. Friendly Feels Forever is going to be dropped as well, and that is a Zip-Zap full charge spark straight onto the side of the support, and there's not a lot more that Biden can do but say hello to Nurse Joy. Mew manages to get away from the situation, but more points are scored whilst all that happens. If they can pick Jose up here, and they do, big barrage blow coming out from you, and it does look like the levels are getting back on the side of Banger, but they need to do that one again.
Yeah, they've done very well. They did try to go in with that barrage blow before Tana as well, but they got caught by the Darkrai. Snorlax going to try and look for the Espeon to keep them out. Blastoise going to try and circle them out as well. They can go for the secure here. They do have the Blaziken, but the Espeon is just too good. The Worst Nightmare is going to come out as well to pick up a KO on the Machamp. Psychic Solaire as well into the Blastoise Surf. Mew's trying to get out, but the overheat into the bush. They were waiting for Jose to jump onto them. They just need to out-retreat. There's the Mystical Mirage going to help them get on out, but Jose, like a cat, like a dog with a bone, does not want to let them get out at all. Nice block coming through that's going to push Jose in to the overheat, but they're just going to get themselves on out. Waddle your way on out, Paulmont, because nope, Jose wants to stay.
Jose means business, bro. Like, that is exactly what we're seeing here. Man wants to lock in all of this farm, including the opposition. There's another dive onto the side of this poor Blaziken. The pressure is a lot, but they do push them into the side of the wall. That's some good movement from Cali and gets a big amount of damage back off onto them, but they will find Bida here, and that means American Dream have opened the gates for them to be able to push this T2 pad. Zip-Zap full charge spark will come through as they're looking for you here. Blaziken, Cali is down to 1 HP in a Dream. Jose's just going to pull all the attention of the team here, while more points go into this T2 pad, and American Dream get out of there unscathed at the moment. Jurare holding the line. Jose wants to come back for a little bit more action here as they find E-Lizard. American Dream still trying to go on the retreat, but they continue to dive back in, and they are taking this opportunity and steamrolling with it, Lobo.
Yeah, so I think I've just realized, Tyler, that is not a submission, Machamp. That is a dynamic punch and a close combat Machamp, which we have not seen in a long time. But now Jose is going to get caught in the enemy team central there. Darkrai is there to help, but Jose, we know, is just going to stand and throw. It is the Sweet Kiss Comfey, which is going to be a problem to deal with. There's I lost my words. There is the Supercell Slam that's going to go in. Cali missing the overheat, just trying to secure the farm and keep them at a high enough level. But Jose is not going to let anyone get away, especially when you've got a Sweet Kiss Comfey on your team.
Yeah, no, you can't really. It's so difficult to get away from it. And yeah, I mean, that just stinks of not picking your move before you come into this, buddy. Tells me about that, Machamp. I think that's what's happened there. I'd be very surprised if the plan was dynamic punch close combat, but nevertheless, they've managed to hit level 12. You don't have to rush to level 13 as much on the side of this build. They're going to go for the rip here instead, throwing everything into it. Mystical Mirage is there as well. There's the Zip-Zap full charge spark, but is it going to be enough? Electro Ball came through, but it wasn't enough damage. Did they secure it? Yes, they did. The basic was enough to find it, and Banger, as if they didn't do enough, have managed to take the objective, but only 2 Pokemon left standing on their feet. Unfortunately, buddy, the American Dream have just scored way too many points.
Yeah, they have 419. If they can get something going, unfortunately, the rest of the team does not have the buffs coming through. But check this out. Oh my god, the Barrage Blow. I can't English at either. The Barrage Blow, whilst they're in the Worst Nightmare, does manage to find a KO. Solar Beam finds a KO as well. Now the Comfey is on the Blastoise, one of the last Pokemon you want to have that. I mean, we still have a minute on the clock, Tana. There's the Muted Auto going and the Electro Ball going onto the Espeon. We still have time. 3v2 in this bottom lane. Espeon going to try and get some health back. The Sweet Kiss is going to try and pull the Blastoise targets in. Overheat eject. They're going to try and go through. But they're just going to try and score here, Tyler, which I don't think is a bad option. Big Solar Beam. Blastoise dangerously low, but those Surfs are just too good. But they do find a KO, and they pull the Comfey away as well.
Can they find the KO onto the S1? Yes, they do. Good Electro Ball's going to come through, but they need more here, matey. They got 45 seconds. There is 3 Pokemon down for the American Dream. The opportunity is there. Jose, though, on the Pawmot is going to score a 64 in return, and that might be enough to keep the American Dream alive here as more points will rain in. 20 seconds left on the clock. They need 100 burger and more here. Can they find it? Not with that double KO from the claws of Darkrai. Mew is up against the world, and it looks like the American Dream has done what needs to be done, mate.
I mean, it was a fantastic effort, mate. I mean, for Banger to come back and secure that through Mew, I mean, who else but Mew was going to secure that? But they did a fantastic push in the final minutes, especially taking down the Blastoise, taking down the Comfey on that pad as well. Just the Darkrai. It's an inability to be hit, mate, is just so strong.
Yeah, it really, really is. I mean, that ended up being an absolute banger in the end, to be honest with you, buddy. What a way to look and push that one back. But unfortunately, the issue is American Dream just scored way too many points throughout the entirety of that game. They took the lead with how much they were dominating point-wise, and that is the difficulty of being in that position. Look at this graph, my guy. It is all on the side of the American Dream, literally from the 2-minute mark.
Yeah, I agree. It was all about the American Dream from the very start of the game. But, I mean, they came back into it. They left it all on the table, which we love to see. We don't want to see any kind of resets. We don't want to see any kind of surrenders. They tried. They were in a tough position. But, hey, that's what you do in Pokemon Unite. You don't give up until the objective is gone. And even then, when the objective is gone, if you're the American Dream, they fought. I mean, they got Jose with the points in the back. They almost gave up a very commanding lead here. But again, we're an all-star draft, so we're not going to see any of those Pokemon again.
We are not, and that is why we love it, and that is probably why Pokemon are bringing in all-star draft as a permanent feature. It's going to happen next year at the very least, so this is the best opportunity for people to get stuck in with this kind of draft and get that experience, mate. So that's what we're going to keep doing here each week, chat. If you're interested in playing some Project Fearless, make sure you get signed up with plenty of time, I beg, please.
The last 2 times, it's always been a rush to the finish, and Tano manually adds the teams in because he's just that nice of a guy. If it was up to me, wouldn't have done it, but, you know, I'm built different. Different, incorrectly, but different. But we're going to head into our second game, Tano. I can't wait to see what they're going to go. Please, teams, if you are listening, I'm going to type in the chat as well, report your games. Otherwise, I'm going to have to do it, and you know what? I'm going to just do it now. We'll just report game 1 and say that Banger American Dream won game 1. Please continue on to game 2, you lovely humans.
Okay, so the adjustments now, buddy. The thing is, they let through some big Pokemon there. And the other thing is, you was playing the Dynamic Punch close combat build on Machamp there. Now, I don't think that would have been on purpose because it just isn't as viable. But then again, we are here just having a little bit of fun in Project Fearless, you know what I mean? So it might be that they just wanted to give it a go. But it is a massive pick to have in the first game and then not get as much out of it as you possibly could, like with something that is submission.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, especially with the Darkrai coming in to try and stop that, as well as a lot of the crowd control that you had on that team, along with the Espeon, along with the Blastoise, there's just not a lot that you could do. It also really allows Jose to really do what he did on that Pawmot, which was just jump all around and be a nuisance. So, I mean, the submission Machamp could have drawn them into the Blaziken. It could have drawn them into the Snorlax as well. A lot of really great plays by the supports and tanks on that. Heavy slams were working very, very well. But unfortunately, I think you just needed that extra bit with that submission. They did get it in the form of that Barrage Blow as well. A lot of really nice Machamp Unites coming out as well. But I think it's just that extra little bit of sauce that you need from that cross chop and that submission combination.
A little bit of extra sauce is what we all need in our lives, matey. And these two teams, they want to get back to it. Banger, they want to be taking a win here, buddy. They don't like going down 2-0 in a tournament straight out of the gates. Of course, they will all have the opportunity of playing free best of 3 sets here. That's the whole thing with Project Fearless, but you want to be winning as much as you possibly can. And, of course, we are on this new patch, which begs us to find out which Pokemon will be used more, which Pokemon will be used less. Typhlosion, Articuno got banned out there. We've let it in, because personally, I believe that banning out a Pokemon for an entire month just because it was added to the game is ridiculous. So we're going to stick with the 2-week bans here at Project Fearless. We're going to use common sense, Lobo. That's the plan as we get into game 2.
I mean, I don't know if it's common sense. I think a month-long ban is pretty good until these Pokemon get nerfed, because of course, on release, these Pokemon are ridiculously broken. We still have not had a nerf for Moltres yet, which is why it continuously gets banned out. It was a very prominent Pokemon over the course of LCQ weekend. Banger still going to maintain on your purple side. American Dream are going to stay on your orange side. Oh my days, Tana, I totally forgot. Go fill out the sheet.
I've been doing it, bro. All along.
Then we need the graphic. You have to unhide the graphic of the bands, my good
what
friend,
I need to
sir.
do is where is it? Which one is it in? Draft. We're on draft, and I need to do that. There we go. Transition. Boom.
We have got it. We are on the ball. It's just been a hot minute. We don't have Shivam to hold our hands. But Galarian Rapidash, Trevenant, of course you're going to ban Trevenant when Jirawe is on the other team. A Ho-Oh ban is very interesting, as is a Talonflame ban. So this is going to be interesting. Oh my god, am I seeing that right, Tana? Did you see the Suicune? I mean, did you see the Sylveon pop up? Please, Mystical Fire Sylveon, let's go.
I mean, listen, a lot of people love that Mystical Fire. A lot of people love the opposite side, which is the Hyper Voice. It's going to be a Psyduck out of the gates here, though. I do like the Talonflame ban. I feel like it's just one of the few speedsters that do so well in the game at the moment. And if you do want to have a little bit more flexibility in your backline, it is a perfect ban to bring in.
I mean, the Articuno has been left open, and Elise, looks like they want to pick it up at a strong front line. I mean, a strong back line could work unless they take them both. But leaving Articuno open is kind of interesting here. They're going to take the Safeguard Blissey and the Umbreon as well. Typhlosion also left open as well, Tano. All the birds, except for Moltres, are free. And it looks like the American Dream, of course, they're going to take them.
Oh my god, I mean, this is crazy. Getting the Articuno and the Typhlosion is a little bit crazy. I mean, it might be a matter of like two extremely strong Pokemon that, you know, don't do so well in a game like we see with the Megas, but I don't believe that's going to be the case. I suspect that Typhlosion is going to go in the central area. I mean, Banger, they have to have a plan for this, surely, because they had the opportunity of taking the Articuno and they decided not to, so they must know that was going to come against them, mate.
Oh my goodness. I mean, of course, the Lati twins were instantly locked by the side of the American Dream. It's just so crazy that they decided to take that off them straight away. But, you know, I think the Lati twins are quite a fun duo that you can pair well. I just recently played a game with Latios, and I think it was very, very strong. Especially if you've got a tank and a support like Psyduck and Articuno sitting in that front line. Now, Kali looking to bring out possibly the Scyther, maybe, with the full heal coming out as well, and the crit items, the Razor Claw, that does look like it. But Bruh, which I think is you, is gonna play the E-Speed Lucario.
It's not me, is it you? It's not me, it must be you.
Don't talk to me right
No,
now.
genuinely, it really annoys me because I was just picking the stuff for the sheet there, and I can't pick Cypher.
Doesn't have Scyther?
I'm not happy with that, and I said this last time when they brought in the whole you can only have one move thing. We should have a separate Cypher player card, bro.
You say it every
It winds
time.
me up.
You say it every time. Then might as well just give Urshifu a separate player card as well.
Do it, as far as I'm care. I mean, it does look like the exact same Pokemon, so probably not. Whereas Cypher and Scizor are even two completely different colors, and they look completely different. They play completely different. So does Urshifu, I guess. But listen, it needs its own player card, and it frustrates me that it doesn't, because I don't like Scizor, but I love the look of Cypher. But anyway, looking at the picks, mate, Typhlosion, Articuno on one side. I mean, you look at you put me on the spot all the time, and we look at paper with the way that this game currently is. Those two Pokemon, especially alongside that Psyduck, are probably the strongest you could pick in a game right now. So surely it's got to go to that side of things, right?
I mean, the American Dream are in it to win it. In all honesty, we do like to have fun here at Project Fearless, but again, these teams, these players, they compete at the highest levels. They want to win it. Ain't no fun or flapping about anymore. But If Banger can pull one back here, I'd be very, very impressed. They seem to have got something that they've got going on as we do head on in. 6 points scored by either team. The thing is, they have to get Typhlosion online, but Scyther also able to get on early. Plus, the consistent damage coming out from Mewtwo could be very, very beneficial as we might have an Umbreon. But look at Scyther going in. Callie, without getting frozen, probably picks up that KO.
Yeah, they do have that dual wing beat, and that is exactly why you want it, bro. The execute is so incredibly strong on that Pokemon, and Latias is sent back to Nurse Joy in an instant. Oh no, they try and pair up on the side of the Latios. Right now, though, Banger have managed to take a little bit of this farm in the top lane. They still have a Cyndaquil on the side of the American Dream.
I like this because the if this is E-Speed, which I'm pretty sure it is, look at Lucario just waiting. They just want to get those 20 points in. I think that's a smart play. Let the Cyndaquil score. It's going to get that evolution. It's going to get access to Flame Wheel. First time we're going to see Quilava, which I absolutely love seeing. And I think the E-Speed coming out as well in the Bone Rush, it's a nice way to counteract the Flame Wheel of Cyndaquil. I mean, Quilava in that instance, as it can be dodged. And, I mean, Callie's just going to go in, take those buffs away, and if they can get on top of that Latias, which Scyther and Lucario are going to be able to do, it's not going to be able to get those Eon stacks that it needs so desperately.
Regidrago about to spawn on in here as we're on the Groudon map. Jiraiya is going to rotate down. Who gave Jiraiya an Articuno, bro? That's not a wise decision, but we'll see how that plays out for the rest of this game. Because looking at levels at least, Banger are right there with what they need, to be honest. Not too far. Having level 7 on the side of that Cypher, and the Lucario's having a decent game up there too. Jiraiya is just going to get straight in the face of it here, knowing what an Articuno can do, but they got to deal with Callie. That dual wind beat will make all the difference, as they also have that double jump they can use, and they're going to lock in the Regidrago here. Good basic from the side up. We'll find the KO on Umbreon.
No, I do like this as well from the Umbreon. A very, very attack forward from Umbreon, because it is going with that foul play moveset as well that we saw. We can reposition the Articuno. It can be very front facing. I mean, in the top lane, Callie does pick up a KO on the Quilava, which also, with the Umbreon stun coming through in front of this team, which is a 3v4 right now, plus the safeguard, it works so well because look at the amount of damage that this Mewtwo Y is just able to output on an Articuno. Now, a player like Jiraiya, we've seen them play all kinds of tanks, but those tanks have a lot of movement, whether it's Blastoise, whether it's Trevenant as well. They're able to move in, they're able to disposition their opponent. Articuno has kind of one thing that it does only, and that is it freezes you. It's enough, but it's just going to get KO'd like that, and Callie going to show why maybe these top picks are not as good as people think they are.
You've got to deal with, like, a Cypher so quickly on, buddy. As soon as they start out-leveling the lobby is when they become a massive issue. Callie has just hit level 10, the highest in this game right now. Level 8 is the highest on the side of the American Dream, on the side of this Latios. That is exactly what you need. Nearly manages to find it, but the healing coming out from that Umbreon is so good, as Elizard does get pulled back by the side of Albanoa with some brilliant assistance there. And American Dream do have the advantage, but we're seeing Callie rotating back down here, ready to go. Got the dual wing beat, dives straight into the backline, doesn't even entertain the idea of the Articuno.
No, I think they're going on to the Latios because I think the main thing is to stop that Latios from getting stacks. And every time it hits an opponent, it hits anyone, it's going to get those stacks. And the higher stacks it goes, the more of those little beam things that it comes out and it deals damage with. It's such an annoying Pokemon to deal with. Now, look at Callie. He's got access to this Green Illusion dive. He could use it, but no, going to wait and draw every body in. Latios picks up a KO on the Lucario, and Umbreon, even with that wish, managed to get taken out. But look at what's happening with this Latios right now, Tano. It is getting its stacks, and it is genuinely a threat. But there we go with the Green Illusion dive. Full heal going to be popped. I don't know if Articuno's going to go down because they're just going to leave that to Bite-a-Pig.
That's insane, buddy. I mean, to be fair, they managed to get themselves like a good amount of damage on with that Green Illusion dive, but Articuno still refused to fall. And then unfortunately, Cypher just gets stunned. We're going to go in with an Aura Cannon here from the side of Berber, which is you, and they get the KO on Typhlosion as well. Good selection. And good teamwork there, managing to get the Regieleki and using that damage to their own advantage. Pushing on to the T2 pad now. They're going to see if they can grab some of this farm from the central area and leave Articuno to deal with that. But oh my god, Yu is moving on this Lucario.
This is why I like the high movement coming out from both of these Pokemon. Yu on that Lucario, as well as Callie on that Scyther, assisted by the Safeguard Helping Hand Blissey. Now, Biden is on this Mewtwo, which I haven't seen it use Psy Strike yet, Tano. So are we seeing a support Mewtwo Y?
Possibly looks like it, buddy. We'll have to have an nosy at what moves are being used here. It does look like, I mean, they've got the recover. Oh no, that's from that's the safeguard from the Blissey. I mean, they take the Reggie Steal though, the banger. It's definitely going their way now though. Look at the points as well, mate. This is a complete opposite to what we saw in the first game.
Yeah, look, relying on these strong Pokemon is definitely a thing. But again, it comes down to that last minute. There we go. The Ice Wing Whiteout is going to come out from the Lucario. Can they manage to pick up a KO? They can. And they're going to get away as well. They just need to get away, make sure they don't get auto-aimed and auto-targeted by that Lati Red as we go through. I mean, Albino's going to go in, but there is the eruption into the Aura Cannon. And this is why I think regular Lucario needs to be played a lot more. E-Speed is just so fun to watch, and it's such a nice high skill moveset. And I mean, you are just showing us how good it is.
I mean, it shows how effective it is against that explosive heat haze from the Typhlosion because it is just melee. It has to be on you at range, and it's just a big, like, fire spin on Armarouge. So at least with that E-Speed, you have the opportunity to get a couple of dashes out. Good 40 dunk here from E-Lizard. Gives them an even extended lead. They take the Regidrago as well. I mean, looking at this right now, Lobo, it is all coming up banger, and I fail to see how the American Dream will be able to take this, but working as a 5, pushing in this top lane is definitely a good shout at starting that.
Yeah, but like, look at exactly what Bang are about to do right now. They're going to extend their lead even more. They're going to try and get that 50 dunk into that bottom part. Then they can just recall into that top lane. I don't know if this is the best idea to just let them have it because that's 28. And it could be the 50s going in as well. It walks in and they're going to get a 42 overcap, which does bring the score lead back. I mean, it's about half. Between both of these two, about 210 points are Banger in the lead, which is about the lead that the American Dream had in game 1. So what a first set that we have. I mean, also, Tana, we have to think about it, right? These Pokemon, Typhlosion, Articuno, they're not being played in competitive. We haven't seen them for over a month since their release. And maybe this is why. I mean, it is the first time we're seeing it in this kind of 5-stack setting, unless you count scrims and other things. But usually scrims, they take into account what is being played in official. So there's not a lot of chance to practice on these Pokemon.
No, that's very true. And right now they have done well at cutting down this score lead at least. We're going into the Groudon fight now, and it is a close one. Of course, Banger have the opportunity. They can be patient. It's all on the American Dream having to make a move now. The ball is in their core officially, and it looks like they're just trying to find the vision on where Banger are. They've managed to find Umbreon at the moment, but with that Wish, they're going to take a lot of that damage. Blissey's going to go back to get their HP ball back to a healthy state, and they're dropping damage onto the Groudon already. Look at this position, though, as you comes in with the Aura Cannon on the flank, and they try and pair that with a Moonlight Prance to get enough stunnage through, and boy does that work. Typhlosion though manages to drop that explosive heat haze, and it's going to be enough to find the Chaos Kali looking to shut them down, and that's exactly what they manage. Rose gets them though with a Latias, and it's the Lati duo that proves to be too much for Banger, and the American Dream just have to rip the ground on with this Latios and this Psyduck duo.
I mean, they can. I mean, with the amount of Eos energy that Latios has, but Umbreon is here. They can go for a steal. Articuno's back. Lucario is back as well. It's gonna come down to a very, very close steal here, my guy. And now with the safeguard Blissey, Umbreon in here, Lucario in here as well. They get taken down. So they're going to go on to the Groudon. There's 50 seconds left. Blissey's going to be in there. Lucario gets stunned out. And this is the problem. If they go in one at a time, Tano, it is going to be a problem to deal with. But we've got the safeguard coming through. Is Kali going to get stunned? Ooh. It is going to be the Lati Blue trio that manages to take it. And wow, they have to get some points in. But these Hundo Burgers are going to rain in down. They're going to have to double dunk in this bottom path. But can they be stopped? It feels like Articuno is very, very hard to stop.
Stopping Kali at that fight there was everything, buddy. And to be fair, Pig, she did a great effort at trying to make sure that they could break through that line. There was just too much CC from the American Dream protecting that Groudon as they continue to get that damage down. And unfortunately for Blissey, the Pink Blob can only do so much with Safeguard. And it was a brilliant effort to zone out Kali on the Cypher. That could have gone either way. And I tell you what though, mate, even though the American Dream has 2-0'd this, what a fantastic competitive game that one was.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. I agree with you 100% because, again, we saw it. We saw the Articuno, we saw the Typhlosion, we saw the Psyduck, and we thought, this is going to be a tough one. And to be fair, they had that for what, 9.5 minutes until, I mean, sorry, 8.5 minutes until the 1 minute 30 mark. That team fight went so incredibly close. They targeted the right people. They let the Umbreon deal with the Articuno. They went after the Typhlosion. They went after the Latias, and they got the KOs. But it was just that Latios that has the ability and the connection with the Latias that was able to keep them alive and well throughout that fight. Otherwise, I mean, Banger did absolutely fantastically in that game.
Yeah, no, they really did. That is a shame. As we have a look at the stats here, it was really even. I really liked the approach from Banger there, just to move straight into, you know, going and scoring fast, rapidly, whilst being able to defend those lanes. And Yu was fantastic in that top lane, especially when they were left on their own. And the assistance coming in from that Umbreon and Blissey duo was perfect for their team there with what they were dealing with on the side of the American Dream. I mean, you look at a Typhlosion and you look at an Articuno and you think, okay, this is going to be really difficult for any team to deal with, but Banger, they really did deal with it.
Yeah, look, they did incredibly well to deal with everything that they held on. You did brilliantly on that E-Speed Lucario. I love seeing E-Speed Lucario come back into the game because we're just seeing the Mega Lucario come through as well. But that's a 2-0 to the American Dream, who have done fantastically, looking like a very, very strong team. As well as we check in on our other game, guys, I posted the bracket in. I'm gonna actually, well, Tano has to make me mod, but if you want to pin that comment, Tano, that'll be lovely. The Start GG one, you guys can go check.
Not a mod?
I'm not a mod. I am not a mod.
I swear
You're a mod in my chat. I'm not a mod in your chat. The absolute travesty that is going on here, chat. But between our second set, which is Last Minute Chads and Game Crash, I believe we have Last Minute Chads who have picked up the... No, it was Game Crash that picked up the win. They just have not confirmed the score. Need to let these guys know they need to confirm the score, and they're probably in their second game already.
They are. So what we're going to do, chat, is we're going to head to a quick break whilst we wait for that game to conclude and we get the second sets ready to go. That's the plan. Thank you so much for hopping into the chat with the 5 biddies there, Bot Nugget. We appreciate that. And we will be back very shortly. Grab yourself a drink, grab yourself a snack. We've got 2 more best of 3s to be bringing you, chat. We'll be back very shortly. Howdy partners, welcome back to the stream. We are just getting this game ready to go. We're going to be bringing you the American Dream again versus Game Crash, who just went to a game-free situation. And they fought their way through for it, buddy. So it's nice to see these teams coming onto the stream. Love to see more of them. And we'll be bringing you the final set, which will be pancakes. Of course, everybody loves a bit of pancakes.
Pancakes and Zika. So obviously, we've seen the American Dream before, but we're going to give you guys Game Crash as well. This is DJ, Santino, Sam, Dalim, and Relly, or Relark. I don't know if that's the same person. I feel like it is.
It's Relark.
And then Alentia is going to be their alternate as well. So that's going to be a really exciting game. A lot of participants from LCQ, Tano, and players that we know quite well that are now sprinkling around throughout Project Fearless, which we absolutely love to see. That's what we wanted from the very, very start of Project Fearless, is to get these players that are super confident and that have been on stage at EOIC. They've been in these high situation games and matches all over the place. And now they're starting to play with different players and different teams as well through this Project Fearless experience, which is exactly what we wanted. And obviously, big shout outs to Volticons and Chari, who are in the chat, who said they were going to play as well. So we want to take on the LCQ champions. They might play next week.
Oh, that would be so hype, buddy. Especially in All-Star Draft, because Chari King is 100% right. Next year Worlds is definitely going to be All-Star Draft, bro. You know, it's not confirmed, but it's... Come on, they're not going to be adding all this stuff into the game and doing it in Asia if that wasn't going to be the plan. I'm actually rather surprised that none of the tournaments this year ended up being so. I know a lot of people felt like that may have been the case. So this is the opportunity. This is the time that people need to put this practice in. You know, of course, people have just finished the LCQ. They might want a little bit of a break before they get stuck back into this game. But it is moving in a positive direction, mate. I think that's the biggest thing that we need to take on board, is that the game is moving in a more positive direction. We're getting frequent patches. Some of them may be absolutely ridiculous and make no sense, but we're getting frequent patches, and we're getting frequently added Pokemon. There is the complaint that, you know, it's a lot of legendaries, a lot of starters and that kind of stuff, which is bound to happen. And I agree. I do agree with it, but at least the stuff that is being added looks unique, looks fun. Like, that some of these legendaries that are getting added are legendaries I wouldn't have expected. So it is going in a positive direction. I think that's the way we've got to look at it.
It's definitely the Pokemon that are going to be added, so we can obviously talk about it now. We're getting the Paldean starters, which is Skeledirge, Meowscarada, and oh my god, Quaquaval. Whew, I almost lost my title as Pokemon Professor there. I do apologize. Those are the starters that are coming in, the Paldean starters. Man, just the Crocs. Keep giving me the Crocs. Skeledirge was my starter in Paldea. I'll play it as well. As well as we still have Meganium to come, our latest supporter that's going to be added. I can't wait to see what its kit is. I haven't really seen it just yet, but I'm very, very excited. But then the legendaries that are coming in, Solgaleo, Yveltal, and I believe Reshiram and Palkia. I am still the biggest proponent of the fact that box art legendaries should not be able to be played, but I'm going to be overvoted on that. I mean, with Groudon and Kyogre and Rayquaza being objectives, it does not make sense that the other box art legendaries are playable. Understand, I mean, you know, the birds, they're not box art legendaries, but they're box art legendaries for a reason, but it's just something I'm going to have to live with. Now, the biggest thing for me, Tano, I do agree. Pokemon Unite is moving in a positive direction. The esports is still, I think, very, 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 very solid. The one thing I think Pokemon Unite need to do is just adjust that license journey. If you're not going to revert it, give us a way to get more points. And of course, I mean, we're so deep into the game right now that it makes it quite hard for newer players to pick up different Pokemon if you're always putting stuff towards one Pokemon at a time. Maybe be able to put license journey towards multiple Pokemon at a time, so that you get a wider variety of experience. Because, you know, when these new Pokemon get released and you're a newer player, you're still having to go through that license journey. You can't access them as frequently. But I think it's a very, very positive step forward. But you talked about it. NAIC is the next IC to come up before Worlds. They have that last chance, the final stretch as well, which is open to everybody, I think from different regions as well, if I'm not mistaken, Tano. So we could see some nice upsets there. I'm waiting to see if that is going to be All-Star Draft.
Yeah, I mean, just bring it all-star draft, to be honest with you, buddy. I think, you know, it just makes the game more fun. It makes the game more enjoyable. Yeah, I haven't really heard any complaints about it. I think as soon as UCS moves in that direction, it's another positive step forward, in my opinion. You get to finally see more Pokemon that you don't typically get to see, and on top of that, it means balancing is even more important in this game, and we will have to see more people, more importance put on that from the devs at the end of the day, and that's what we all want. So, you know, fingers crossed that's the route that it takes. We are just waiting on this one team to join the lobby. Jose,
yeah, it is. Jose, where are you? Jose, we are waiting on you.
Hop on in. Well, Jose, Albanoa, Rose, Jurare, SVM, if you're in the stream, please go and check in, and let's get stuck into this next game. That's what
it's gonna be interesting. I mean, we'll see how they go. I do apologize. I mean, this does take a little bit of time to get through. We're just gonna make sure that we can make sure that everyone is in. We do need to get everyone in, otherwise we might have to go to the next game. I mean, we might just go to the next set in the thing, unless they've started already. So let's see what we can do here. I mean, both teams are checked in for that game.
Thank God they added Reshiram and not that Chud Zekrom. In fact, yeah, chat, right, whilst we've got you here, okay, how do you pronounce Yveltal? Yveltal. How do people pronounce that Pokemon? Because I've never said that Pokemon name to another person in my life ever. It's like, if I've played that game by myself, I've never like spoke to anyone about that Pokemon. So when I first said it on stream, Lobo was like, say it right. And I'm like, I don't know how to say it right. That is saying it right to me. And then explained Yveltal. But Mano is on the other side of that bridge, on the other side of that fence with me. I want to know how you guys pronounce it. How would you pronounce Yveltal? Either way, it looks like an incredibly fun Pokemon. I cannot wait to get my hands on that Pokemon. Still looking for the check-in.
So I've just messaged the team. They were on Minecraft.
They were on Minecraft?
Yep. Guys, come on now.
What, the whole team? They were just group playing Minecraft?
I don't know, man, but we'll focus, everybody. I know the season's over, but focus.
Lock in, my goats. Oh my God! Listen, this is, you know.
And there it is. Okay, so the
check-in is my goats.
So the lobby code has been found. Lobby code is in chat. I mean, we're just gonna check with Rosanda, our wonderful observer, by the way, guys. Absolute goated. Thank you so much, Rosanda, for doing the observing for us. And hopefully we'll get the teams in and we can get underway.
Yveltal, like evil. Yveltal.
Yveltal.
That would make sense because it's a YV though. So that would make sense. Yveltal.
Yveltal.
Because the name Yvette, like Yvette, is like YVETTE. Yveltal. Yveltal. See what I mean? There's so many different opinions on how to pronounce this Pokemon. It's like when UCS had to like do it live of like how you pronounce Rayquaza. They had to do that thing at the recent World Championships where it's like, it's Rayquaza.
It's Rayquaza, not Rayquaza. It's Rayquaza. Not Rayquaza. It's Rayquaza.
Oh, here we go. We've started something now, bro. And it's funny because this stream's on like a minute delay. So as we start casting, we're going to see all the argument coming up. It's not yeah.
That's Yveltal. Yveltal.
We have a player in the lobby. We need 4 more players. We're still searching for 4 more players. Rosander is out on the hunt. So we try to find our 4 missing players here. Game Crash, shout out to you. You've been sat in that lobby waiting for a while. You are the goat.
I mean, look, we're trying to be a little bit lenient with it, but my God, my rounds just keep disappearing on me, mate. It's just so like every time I go to start GG and I go to round 2, it just doesn't show it. Then I have to refresh it, and then it is what it is. All right, let's see. Have we got? Let's go.
Hey, listen, we've just had confirmation from none other than the legendary Husky Star TTV, the Pokemon Professor. I'm saying you're right, Husky.
Tall.
I'm taking it as you're right.
No, I know. It's Yveltal. Yveltal? I used to say Yveltal, but I could be wrong. Honestly.
I want confirmation so that I'm at least saying it right on cast. But what we can.
But you're gonna get it wrong anyway, mate.
No, I'm not.
Okay. Do you say Zacian or Zacian?
Zacian.
I say Zacian.
I think that's like how you pronounce the A, though. I don't think that's too bad.
But then you also say Miraidon.
Yeah.
Say Miraidon. Say Miraidon for me.
Miraidon.
I say Miraidon.
Miraidon.
You say every time you say Miraidon because you enunciate every part of the word Miraidon.
It's because I am Yorkshire.
Don't say your proper English.
I am Yorkshire British, bro,
you're not proper
which
English.
means that, like, because of my accent, I have to try and pronounce these words properly, bro. Otherwise, people won't understand a goddamn thing I'm saying.
But you just said Miraidon. It would be fine. It is Miraidon.
Miraidon.
But you're emphasizing the A.
Yeah, the A is there, bro. It has to be said. It begs to be said.
It's Miraidon.
It does. We're waiting on 2 more players, by the way, chat.
Okay,
but
how do you pronounce the anchor?
The anchor?
Oh my god, you know the name of the anchor.
Oh, do you mean Delmise?
Yeah, Delmise.
I mean, that sounds right.
I say Delmisi, but that's fine. I just say things weird. Delmisi.
What do you call Xerneas?
Xerneas.
Eve pronunciation. See, I'm thinking of like Yvette that we have.
That's why I think Yvettal.
Yeah, Yvettal. So I kind of get that. Evil, Yvette.
What's another Pokemon's name that you cannot pronounce?
Probably a lot of them. To be fair with you, bro. Not in Pokemon Unite. I don't think I struggle with that many names in Pokemon Unite.
I don't think that many Pokemon names in Unite are that bad, but we are yapping all the live long day. Tana, let's talk about this patch. Let's talk about something.
But what we should talk about is the name of these Unite moves coming out, because we mention all the time, don't we, that we're so fed up of some of these Unite move names. So obviously it's been like it's leaks, so it's not confirmed that these are absolutely going to be the United.
I don't remember these names. I don't know these names.
I'm gonna tell you, bro.
But
I've got them set up ready to go, mate. You know me.
You have.
I already have them ready to go. So I mean, the worst one is Quaquaville, which is Carnival Splash, because
Carnival.
It just doesn't give to me. Do you know what I mean?
I would have said Frolicking Festival Feet, because it has a move called Aqua Step.
Okay.
I'm pretty good with these.
So when it comes to, all right, have a guess at the Unite move names, bro, and I'll tell you if it's right. So go.
Okay.
The flaming alligator one that you love.
Flaming alligator. Oh, this is okay. So this is just based on its move. Its signature move is called Torch Song. So I'm gonna say it's Torch Song Serenade. Something like that. Something with serenade in it because it's musical.
That would be so good, bro. It's Rousing Symphony.
Oh, I like mine better.
I like yours better. I think we have enough symphony stuff going on. Is it Wigglytuff?
Starlight Recital. Yeah, Starlight Recital.
Anyway, let's move on to the next one. So we know Quaquaville. What about Solgaleo?
Okay. Solgaleo. Oh, I mean, that's because in TCG Pocket, Rising Sun Strike is just what I've got for it. And what is it?
Shining Meteor Crusher.
Okay.
I'm actually looking forward to shouting that one out, bro.
All right. All right.
We'll get back to these other ones. We're about to get into this game chat. We'll move it over. And then...
This is just our excuse to talk Pokemon. Tano and I are going to start a Pokemon podcast. If you're interested in being a guest on the Pokemon podcast, please DM us. Pokemon podcast, talking about all things Pokemon, but all things Pokemon right now is all about Fearless Draft. We've got Game Crash on your purple side. We've got the American Dream on your orange side. We got Sam, Alentia, DJ, Relly, and Dalim, all members and incredibly goated members of our community. But Psyduck going to be the first band, Machamp going to be the second band, Tana.
Yeah, not letting them a champ through in this set, buddy. Completely understandable with how strong that Pokemon has been. But as a reminder, Articuno is available. Typhlosion is available, which is why Articuno is going to be banned out next for Game Crash.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to get a Typhlosion ban as well. But it looks like the Surfetch is going to be banned, even though it's gotten the nerf, Tana. We haven't seen Surfetch yet. It wasn't banned off last game, but again, we are in All-Star Draft. As, you know what? We're not even going to call it All-Star Draft. We're going to call it Fearless Draft right here, right now. As well as the Mega Charizard Y that's going to be banned off, even though I feel like it got nerfed into the ground. But I still haven't seen it too much. Dalem looking to pick up something. Please tell me they played Pikachu.
Yeah, well, I mean, Typhlosion is right there, my guy, but so is Moltres. That's the difficulty, of course, of having such strong Pokemon in the field. Now, if American Dream go for a Pikachu over Typhlosion, goated, mate. Goated.
I mean, it looks like they're gonna stick with that support defense core of Blastoise and Hooper. We know how good of a tank Jirawe can be, but Rose is gonna pick up the Galarian Rapaz. This is a Pokemon you've had some success with, mate. Tell us a little bit about it.
I'm gonna tell you, I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing on that Pokemon, but I somehow get KOs and win the game. That's all I know.
I mean, what more do you need from your casters? That's exactly what you need. No need, no breakdown here. Just get KOs, win the game. That is the essence of Pokemon Unite. But we're seeing this Blastoise Darkrai combination that Jirawe is going to be using once again. Do you think they're going to give Jose the Palmer? But I like the Alentia Mew combination coming out from Game Crash.
Yeah, I think Jose does look to pick up the Palmot here, buddy. I mean, they're very comfortable on it, or at least some sort of all-rounder along that side of things. So Fetched is banned, so that's what I'm suspecting, but they already have two speedsters. Definitely surely isn't going to be a speedster. Game Crash are going to pick up that Blaziken. We're going to have Relly on that, and Sam's going to pick up the Blissey. Brilliant comp coming out from Game Crash here.
Yeah, I do. I mean, Relly on this Blaziken is also very, very strong, as well as Sam with that Helping Hand Blissey, probably. Maybe we might get Heal Blissey because we've got two all-rounders coming through as well. Jose going to pick up the Dragapult. Ooh. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I mean, it's not usually what we're used to seeing Jose play. They did play the Latios in the previous set, but starting off strong with a Pokemon like a Dragapult has got to be fun. This Pokemon did get a little bit of a nerf in this patch, Tana. You talk for a bit whilst I try and find it. No, I found it. Dreep and Destroy, the damage was decreased by 8%.
And boy, was it needed. Trust me, bro. Like those Dreep and Destroy missiles coming out from that Dragapult were doing so much damage. Definitely needed a nerf on that field. We'll see whether it is that impactful, but nevertheless, still going to be able to drop a lot of damage on that Pokemon, which is exactly what American Dream need here, especially coming up against the strong all-rounders. That is that Moltres and that Blaziken.
No, I agree with you. And look, this is where I usually put you in the hot seat, Tano, but I'm not going to do that this game because I'm going to put the chat in the hot seat because we've been having such a nice back and forth between us and the chat. I want to know the chat's favorite Unite move. Not one to use, but the favorite Unite move that you have heard casters say. We have said a lot of the Unite moves because we've never just said that Pokemon has gone and used their Unite. We've had to say the name specifically. So I would like to know, chat, what is your favorite Unite move that a Pokemon that you like to hear casters say? Because genuinely, Tano, between Dust Devil Formation and Ignite Midnight, I can't really come up with something better than those two.
I gotta say, Revenant Rend is an absolute blast to scream out, buddy. But here we go. This is going to be the first game of round 2 in week 5 of Project Fearless. So many numbers thrown at you there. Down in this bottom lane, it's a brilliant matchup. Snorlax is going to be down here going up against that Squirtle.
That Squirtle and the Galarian Ponyta as well. I like to see how that's going. They've actually split up the Darkrai and the Squirtle combination. But again, Darkrai going up against Moltres in that top lane is going to be interesting. Darkrai can put a lot of damage down into that top lane, Tana, but Moltres has the ability to absorb it, recover it, and deal it right back.
Yeah, so out of the gates, buddy, unlike the previous games, we have constant points going on in. We've literally had 40 seconds of this game and plenty of points on the board as stacks continue to rain on through. Jirawe doesn't even have a stacking item on that Squirtle, and they've still gone for 19.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, they're trying, and they are going to try and succeed. 22-19 in the top lane. Moltres could go down here, as
Ooh.
it does. Really just a little bit too far behind, but unable to help. So now it's like 3v2 in that top lane. However, the score's so close. So far, Tano, very, very close. But they need to stop Jose getting these built-in attack weight stats that they have built into their passive.
Yeah, you can start building that up as soon as you hit level 5, and that's exactly where Jose is. We don't talk enough about how good of a central laner Jose is, how aggressive they are, how well they play around the rest of their team, buddy, as they look to get another stack here, and they're able to do that on the Combusken, and Blissey, oh, you gotta make a U-turn here. Sam trying to spring back to that T1 pad as Jose looks for another stack.
I mean, I do like the fact that Jose has decided to pull out the Dragon Dance here, which, again, it's so hard to control, but look at how much damage it's able to do. And again, I think Albanoa is just going to pick up a KO streak of 2. Those have to go. The assists have to go to Jose just there.
That was brilliant from Albanoa. What a perfect stun. Jurare here is desperately trying to get away from that heavy slam coming in from the Snorlax, and they find it with the assistance of the Mew. Rapidash trying to do enough as well with the stun going in with the Smart Strike, but they are so weak that is risque, but they do get themselves back to their own pad here, whilst Game Crash are going to lock in on this Regidrago, looking to get that global experience, buddy. Rapidash was looking to get a nose in on that, but decides to stay in that bottom lane.
No, I think when you're faced with 2 fire chickens like Moltres and Blaziken, yes, Moltres is a fire chicken, you just don't want to go in there. That's a lot of damage. But the Smart Strike coming in from the Rapidash is good because it's going to be able to go down into the Mew. You see it jump on to the Snorlax. Blissey getting out on an HP in a dream. But what an escape. Very Houdini-like escape coming through from the Rapidash.
God, Rose is being so difficult to take down on this Rapidash, but it's working so well for the American Dream, but that is not good amount of damage from Rally, and that's why this GOAT is on this team, mate, as they get so much damage in with the overheat and eject button combo, and then it's all about Dalim, one of the goated Mew players of our region, locking in for the rest with the Mewsted auto and an Electro Ball. Regirock looking to be taken here by Game Crash, as they were also looking to take that Regieleki in the top lane.
Yeah, look, I mean, the Hooper did manage to get out there, which was incredibly well done with Albanoa. Of course, it's Albanoa. He's going to get out on that Hooper. So tricky to lock down. 108-93. Nice high-scoring game. I mean, it's not in the 200s yet, but the fact that both teams are in triple digits right now, Tano, just shows how aggressive these players like to be. And honestly, that's what I really love about Unite. You can be so aggressive. You can be so front-facing. A 10-minute match, you can't afford to take your foot off the pedal. Dreeper Destroy, gonna try and simmer down. Said simmer down. I saw the fire and I said simmer. I didn't know what else to go with. Is gonna try and take down the Regieleki, which it does. And now this Unite move fight is popping off with starting with the Mystical Mirage coming out from the Mew. Darkrai trying to hide in the hidey hole, but Game Crash is crashing out over this Darkrai. They just cannot seem to get a strike onto it.
Oh, they finally find the KO off the back of a lot of damage Darkrai was managing to find. Regieleki will walk in to the T1 pad of American Dream here. That could be broken as well, as that Moltres was ever so close of being able to get through, but a massive surf comes through from the mighty Blastoise, and that is going to be a clean KO. I mean, this is non-stop, buddy. We're about to hit the 5-minute mark, and looking at the scores, it's more than we've had in the previous games.
Yeah, I agree with you, mate. 197-124 is ridiculous. And with this Rapidash just being able to score, as well as Jirawe just pushing people off these pads, it's creating a nice amount of space. I mean, Jose is allowed to Dragon Dance in, Dragon Dance out, and pick up the KOs and the damage, and just let Darkrai come in and pick it off with the rest once they get in. Jirawe with the eject surf. How often do you see an eject surf? I don't think I've seen it too often, but Jirawe has pulled that out twice already in this game.
Yeah, oh, good wall coming out there as well from Dalim, trying to light screen them off. The push from American Dream here. Got to watch out for that Darkrai. Mystical Mirage is going to be used by Dalim. Oh, nearly managing to sneak the Electro Ball Mewsted Auto onto the side of the Rapidash. Will find a double as well and uses the eject to get away from the damage. That was brilliant from Dalim as they find the KO on Rapidash, and it's all on the back of this Snorlax providing a perfect target to get on with that coaching as well. Reggie still getting ripped down here from Game Crash. Rings are let loose on the side of Albanoa. That's going to be a lot of stun. Going to throw out the Hydra Typhoon here from Jurare. Into the Power Nap, though. Coming in from Game Crash, and it's going to open the gate for Rally to take that Reggie steal. American Dream, all they can do here is retreat, and they're going to have to sacrifice their defender to do so.
Yeah, I agree. But my mind is still back on Dalim's incredible eject Electro Ball. Look at Jose providing the distance, finding the distance into the Dragon Dance once again. Look at the damage. He's going to try and take down the Blissey, which he manages to do. And now he's stuck out in No Man's Land, but does not care. He was just going to go in and try and do damage. I mean, I think that's an attacker that knows that they're going to get KO'd, so they just decided to go in and pick up as much damage as they could. It does allow space for the rest of their team because he kept 3 of them occupied. 236 to 187. Game 1 in our first series. All-Star Draft Project Fearless, which means all the Pokemon you see on the board are not going to be able to be used again. Have a look at these levels, Tana. We got a level 13 Blaziken already, and now a level 13 Moltres.
It's level 13 Dragapult, though, and that is a massive issue for Game Crash. But boy, does that do a lot of damage, mate. Ends up being one of the fastest attackers in this game, by the way. And we do, of course, have that difference in the Dreep and Destroy Unite move. Now they're looking to see if they can find a catch onto the side of this Moltres. They do dive through. Rapidash is going to go down, though. Good surf coming out from that Blastoise, trying to trap Game Crash in their central area. But too much damage comes their way, and Blastoise is felled. They will be back. We have a minute before Kyogre is on the field. But that was a good way to find more experience from the side of Game Crash.
It's such an intelligent play by Rally because we've seen them do this kind of maneuver all the time. They're on the back foot. They're running away from what they need to do. Speaking of running away, Dalim finding another KO with that Muted Order. But these players are so intelligent because to throw that Focus Blast behind you to pick up a KO on your way that you're trying to get back to your pad, such a smart move, such good awareness of the map. 30 seconds left to go until the big objective spawns. But down the bottom, Tano, we have an objective which these teams want to fight for, but Snorlax trying to separate Galarian Rapidash from their supporter.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're going to attempt to do. Good zoning coming out here from Game Crash as they go for the rip on the side of the Regirock. Snorlax is here. They've got vision on where American Dream is. They may take this as the 2-minute fight as they tried to bait him into the bush. Rings are let loose now on the Albanoa as they do take this as the fight. Looking for Snorlax. Darkrai's going to find it. Brilliant amount of damage coming in from that Dragapult as well, but Dalim is here once again. Albanoa taken down. Had to use the Mystical Mirage for it, but DJ is going to find Blastoise, and with Jirare not in this fight, the opportunity is here for Game Crash to lock in. It's all about what Darkrai and Dragapult can do now as Jose tries to get close enough to this Kyogre to make a difference, but Reli has spotted them. Continues to get the shields coming through. Bliss Assistance will connect, and Snorlax takes the Kyogre as Game Crash lock down American Dream and look to take the first game.
Yeah, look, I mean, all eyes had to have been on Dalim in that first game. What a Mew performance that was. One of the most aggressive Mew performances that I've ever seen. No hesitation to eject and chase with that Muted Auto. Snorlax getting blocked off by the Power Nap coming from through. The Hydro Typhoon finally going to come out. The Electro Ball going to search as well. Solar Beam to cut them off, but they surf right into it and take a bit of damage as well. Galarian Rapidash on the other side of the map trying to make this game and trying to score some points. With only 11 seconds left until these pads are no longer hindered, Tano, these Hundo Burgers are going to reign in because that buff, as not as strong as Groudon, it's still incredibly powerful with the healing that it provides.
What I love about this is we've got the 40 seconds playing out here. Hopefully Game Crash can stay on their feet to be able to defend this. But what I love about this is that Game Crash, they used to play together ages ago, buddy. They played in EUL when we first did it with Unity Clash, and they were a good team, but they ended up having to leave. And they have all gone their separate ways. They all go and play on different teams now. Of course, Reli is here playing, you know, for Los Caricados. DJ, Alentia have gone and played for Team Int, Los Duros as well from Sam. So you have all these different teams where they've gone and played for, and now they come back together just for a little bit of Project Fearless fun. And look at this, mate. That was a dominant showing from such a brilliant team where American Dream have already showed how strong of a team they are.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, they had some really good performances in Game 1. And of course, Game Crash, we know these players. We've seen them play. We know everybody coming through in this region. So it was absolutely fantastic. And my God, I can't glaze it enough. I love a good Mew player. And it's my strong belief that we have the best Mew players in this region right now, and it's just so good to see an aggressive Mew, whereas, you know, we do see Mew kind of more operate in a backwards role, hopping up Solar Beams and Electro Balls and Muted Autos as well. But Dalim had a lot of really good light screens to block off Jirawe Surfs, but then the double ejects that we saw to get the Muted Auto KO, and then the Electro Ball secure as well. And even at that final fight, we saw them, as soon as they went towards the Kyogre, they decided to make their way back around and actually stay out of range of the Darkrai and the Moltres that were coming in to try and make sure that they knew their role as the secure for that game. And it was such a wonderful Mew performance from Dalim.
No, it really was, buddy. You are absolutely right, and I love the fact that we have such good Mew players in this region. You know, Darling comes to mind. Danny, of course, we glaze Danny every opportunity that we can possibly get. You know, Rezu's pretty good on it. We have some really good Mew players, to be honest, in this region, and it's good because it is such a complex Pokemon. It is genuinely one of those Pokemon that makes such an impact in games if you have a decent player on it. And I mean, God forbid they finally nerf it. It will be uproar in the Pokemon Unite community.
It's a Pokemon I feel like that goes really under the radar unless it's a player that is known to play that Pokemon. I mean, of course, we have the people that just don't give them Mew. We say that all the time. Just don't give them Mew. Don't give this Pokemon a specific Pokemon that they play. But I mean, Dalim, again, 71k damage is insane. But again, I mean, it was a very strong team. Jose doing 99k damage as well. I really like seeing Pokemon with interesting movesets, which brings us back to, you know, what we were talking about before, is when, you know, the new Pokemon that have been released. Typhlosion, such a unique moveset with the Fire Spin, Flame Wheel coming through where you could just hop over everywhere else, you know? And then, I mean, I'm obviously biased with Feraligatr, but I love its Waterfall moveset coming through too, because it's such unique movesets that I think make this game a little bit more interesting instead of just your, you know, point and click, EVs, point and click a kind of, you know, moveset. So I do like to see the fact that is coming through, and maybe that is starting to make sense why we're just seeing one move pool coming out from these Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean, look, I know it's a contested area of the community at the moment on you know, the one moveset thing, and people are very torn on it. I think ultimately the fact that there is only one moveset is sad. It's not the worst thing going on in the game right now. It is upsetting, but at least these moves that we have coming in do look really cool. Feraligatr looks really cool, and then of course on the side of Typhlosion with the Flame Wheel looks really cool, and we've just been talking about these new Pokemon coming in, and boy, do their movesets look ridiculous. Have you seen Palkia and Palkia's Unite move, bro? I mean, it looks amazing. So hopefully we get more design into the Pokemon like that if you're not going to have the dual movesets coming in. But it's one of those, you know, we take what we can get here in Pokemon Unite, and what we can get is a Game 2 kicking off right now, buddy. Let's move over to that draft screen.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. I can't wait to see what we go through. You got to bring back up the Fearless draft, my goat.
I'm doing it.
I love you. We are in Project Fearless right now, guys. Please bear with us. We are doing our best on production as we can. We are the voice, not the tech, as we come through. So we got the Psyduck and the Machamp getting banned out, my goat, and Articuno going to be banned. So the thing is, with All-Star Draft, you can keep those 6 Pokemon banned the entire time and never let them see play.
Yeah, and with Pokemon like Articuno, Psyduck, Machamp, Safetch, why wouldn't you? Still very strong in this game. Articuno, it's not the fact that it's strong, it's the fact that it doesn't get KO'd, bro. You have to throw so many resources into that Pokemon, and it just stands there looking at you.
I feel like you just... That means it's strong, mate. It's not strong, but it doesn't get KO'd. That's strong.
Yeah, it's strong in the health sense, not necessarily strong in the damage sense, I guess. It has a strong HP bar.
I mean, a strong HP bar. Tano sounds like he's playing VGC at the moment. I mean, just all your investment in HP. Could you imagine if Unite worked like VGC? I just want to invest all of my bulk on my Mega Lucario, which SVM is going to pick up. Dal, I'm going to go for the Espeon, which I know you're a big fan of. Whether we see Stored Power or Psyshock, I mean, I am a fan of Psyshock over Stored Power. That's just me. But I do like the fact that Alentia is hovering over Delmisi. So, I mean, I like this Pokemon, my guy. It's such a unique Pokemon, and they're just going to break my heart just like that. I'm going to stop talking.
I mean, on the other side, though, they have picked up their Crystally, which are there as well. The
Crostelli.
Cristelli. And then we also have the Emmer Mimi on the side of Alentia.
The what? The what?
The Emma Mimi with the Mr. Mime.
Mr. Mime?
Yeah.
Mr. Mime and oh my god, how do we do this one? Edligos. Edligos.
You're just missing out the L.
I know. Eldigios? Eldigios is fine. And then we've got the McCream coming through as well on Albanoa. Rosse is going to pick up the Intellion. Good old Bubble 07 reporting for duty. Oh, mate, I can't. No. Greninja and Zarsha are coming out as well.
I mean, we gave that a go for all of 1
We gave it a
minute,
go.
we gave it an effort for all of
We
1
can't
minute.
be silly on all the other broadcasts that we do, but we can be silly over here.
We try our best. Oh my god, we have a Zera Aura coming out here for Jose as well. Rita Aura on the field as we get ready on this comp, buddy. The thing is, I do think the Greninja is so incredibly strong right now that I'm kind of giving it to Game Crash with that comp there, bro.
I had a full mouth of water when you said Zeraora, and I nearly spit it all over my desk. And I think that is your fault. Completely 100% your fault. But I mean, this comp is very interesting. I like the fact that we're seeing the Mr. Mime as well as Zacian. I mean, honestly, when I think of Zacian, the only thing I can think of is Tibby over the last weekend that we saw. Absolutely put Zacian and Boswell on the map for Voltcons this week, and I love the fact that we're seeing it come back in to a kind of a little bit of popularity as that top laner. However, I mean, as broken as it was when it came onto release, it's kind of fallen off just a little bit. Same with Boswell, which is why I was so excited to see them get played over the weekend. Now, the Zeora. You and I were not happy about the Wild Charge boss because anything with an iframe doesn't need that much damage.
Who was? Who was happy with that, bro?
But nobody could have been happy with that unless you actually only play Wild Charge Zeraora, which, I mean, Tano, in every single one of our duo queue games, it's always people who decide to play Wild Charge. But I do want to see the skill that it evolves to take to do the Discharge Volt Switch pull. Jose is definitely one of the players that can pull that off, so I'm super excited to see if they can pull that off in this game.
Oh boy, is man gonna have to do that now, buddy. You put the expectation on him. Everybody is expecting those discharge pulls in this game. Jose, it's all on you, my guy. Right now, though, Game Crash, they're already 1 game up, buddy, looking to take down the American Dream, who did manage to win their first game with a 2-0 victory.
Yeah, they did. And look, I mean, Lucario, it's a Mega Lucario, so it is going to be close combat power-up punch. Going to try and get some quick stacks in right now as well. Zacian going to, I mean, Eldegoss, oh no, I think it was Zacian that managed to secure that ahead of the Lucario. But, I mean, paired with this Alcremie, I always find Eldegoss to be a little bit more support-friendly, support-useful in that top lane in the early stages of this game.
Yeah, it's that passive that it has built in that already does a little bit of a slow, and then it just does good damage, mate. So I think Game Crash do have the advantage there at the moment, unless Jose can do something with this level 5, which you don't quite have the capability of doing compared to Relly here, who can already do a decent amount of damage on this Greninja, and they're getting ever so close. They need level 5 on this Zacian to really make an impact. We've got a rotation from Rose here as well, and the poor little Sobble. Can they find the pickup on Relly? As they nearly do, and they will. The smoke screen went down. They couldn't get away, though. Rose finds that one, and that's all they need to get ever so close to level 5. Eldegoss falls as well. The American Dream trumping down this top lane.
I like the communication there from American Dream. They saw Zacian was just a little bit out of range to hit with any of their melee-based attacks, so they turned their attention to the Eldegoss. Take out the support. You take out the structure of your team. If you can't heal, I mean, you're not going to be staying alive much longer. As Jose really liking the
amount of damage coming in from Dalim, and that's the difference with a side shot going through. Alentia just has to get there and push them against the wall to find that KO, but American Dream have come straight out of the gate swinging here, but 86 points to 7. Looking at the levels, they are slightly behind the level 7 on the side of Relly, and that might be how Game Crash keep in this.
Mate, once again, Dalim showing us the eject Psyshock. Have you ever tried the eject Psyshock, Tano? Because Dalim hit that to perfection. The Greninja picking up a KO on the Drizzle, as you mentioned before. There's the discharge coming out from Zeraora. Gonna try and pull the pull, but it did not work because it was a farm. But now, 7 to 88. Even though the American Dream are moving in, that's a beautiful Rock Tomb X-Scissor discharge combination coming out from the American Dream. They're not happy with how that game 1 went, and they're trying to prove a point right now.
Bro, that's what we call in the industry a wombo combo, and boy, did that work for the American Dream. And Durare with the heals from Albanoa. Plenty of cream to keep this Crystal fed, and they get back to a healthy enough state to cause some mega damage. Jose looking for more here as well, grabbing the Elder Gods. Brilliant side shot coming in from Dalim, but right now American Dream are just dominating any lane they want to put their cute little paws into.
I mean, the healing coming out from the Alcremie is absolutely incredible. I mean, Chirawi had no business staying alive for that long, but just backing up into the cream was absolutely brilliant. Once again, these rock tombs so on point. The push into the wall, but the snipe shot hitting from downtown. Rose is on point with these snipes. It's been a long time since we've actually seen snipes, Tana, because of the popularity of liquidation in that top side. American Dream were also able to get access to that Red Ulecki. It's walked in the close combat, and the Metal Claw combination from Zacian is going to come through, but the rest of American Dream going to go for the flank, including with that Aura Cannon.
That was some great vision as well coming out from Mega Lucario there. Spotted Dalim on that Espeon and had to get on the eject instantly to not get stunned by that side shock. Brilliant effort from SVM here in the top side, but they do, of course, pop that Mega on the Lucario. They don't get too much out of it, but they at least keep on their feet and go grab plenty of farm. They are dominating this game right now, so realistically, they just got to keep up that amount of pressure. Game Crash, they're managing to stay up in these levels, but they got to be scoring points quickly. What a snipe shot from Rose once again. Fluffy Cream Supreme was pulled out here as they saw Jose getting pretty weak. That means they're not going to have it for this next team fight if Game Crash can just regroup and make one good push.
They're going to get a nice little overcap of 31 going into that bottom lane. Nice mind wall to push Jirawe back, but he answers back with a wall of his own. Now, my eyes are always going to be on Relly on that Greninja. They spend a lot of that time in these first initial 5 minutes, getting to as high a level as possible, because look at the level difference between Relly and the rest of their team. Once that Greninja gets going, it is very, very hard to stop. Metal Claw's going to go in, Discharge is going to go in, Jose going to try the pull and does pick up the KO on the Greninja. The Plasma Gale going to come in, pick up the KO on to the Zacian as well, and American Dream are schmoving and grooving. Dalen's going to try and do what they can. They do have access to the Psychic Solaire, but not enough of their teammates around to ensure that it's going to be used effectively.
Oh, that was a perfect shielding coming out there for the Crustle, buddy. That stops the stun getting repeated from Dalim, trying to get that side beam through as well. 229 points on the board now for the American Dream. Only the lowly 7 for Game Crash as they look to score at least 60 more to get ever so closer to cutting down this score. Regirock ripped down here on the bottom lane from Relly. Gotta watch out from Rose being there, though. Has been spotted, and it's the Aura Cannon of all moves that finds it, thanks to SVM, and they're looking for more, bro. Gonna go straight onto the side of Mr. Mimi here. Alentia is trying to back away, but Jurare gets them down with the Rock Tomb.
Jurare's Rock Tombs have been absolutely immense in this game, but now in the top lane fight, the Discharge pull alongside that Alcremie, but Dalim's going to come up, try and stop them with the Psychic Solaire. Beautifully timed Psychic Solaire alongside that Side Shock as well to send Jose right back to the Pokemon Center. Now, Relly is going to start going in. There's the Water Burst Shuriken. We were waiting for it. It's going to come in. The Mime Showtime. Going to set the stage as well, as now Relly on a KO streak of 2, looking for 3. I believe the Rebel Rouser was used. Dalim gets a beautiful stun with the Side Shock as well. The Smoke Screen and the boosted from the Greninja allows them to dodge the X-Scissor, and that is a nice team KO coming out from Game Crash, who are looking to fight their way back into this.
American Dream making a push on this T1 pad, though. They do have that Inteleon there. Jose's ready to dive on in. Are they just going to give this up? 40 points in the gate here, and they do try and push it. Plasma Gale's going to be let loose, but they just run into Dalim, who's ready to rock and a roll with a shotgun side shock straight in the face. They do fall for their efforts, though, but Rose will go down as well as Relly finds it. But look who's hunting. Relly's trying to dodge the effort from SVM, and they do. They look like they want to go for the fight anyway, buddy, with 1 HP and a Dream pushing down into that bottom lane.
I mean, Relly's so good with that movement, especially on that Greninja that does have such high movement as well. It's so interesting the way that Greninja can be played. So we do just see people just use those water shurikens to try and get in and out. But the way that Relly is moving right now with the Shadow Clone, sorry, not the Shadow Clone, the Smoke Screen is doing so incredibly well to just dodge and weave. There's another beautiful Rock Tomb that's comboed into the close combat. The Mime Wall is going to push them away, but there is the KO from the Alchemy. One support to another. They didn't like that one bit.
Man, is Juare playing out of his mind here on this crossover, bro. These rock tombs are so incredibly good, and that's not even their main defender Pokemon. It's working really well for the American Dream, but Rally has kept Game Crash in this big time. Now hitting level 14, scoring the points there to cut down this score lead as well. Kyogre is about to hit the field. The game is not over, buddy, but American Dream have all the advantage.
It's wall versus wall with the Mr. Mime. Here we go. The Mr. Mime is going to be KO'd very, very quickly in that one. They're going to get taken out, and it's going to be the Lucario that managed to secure a blink of an eye, and everybody disappears off the board. It's just the power of the side of the American Dream, and of course, they set the white flag. We're going to a game 3, my goat.
We love that. It means that we have 25 Pokemon banned out before we even have a sniff at the bans that people get to pick. Gotta love that, buddy. It's where we like this Fearless draft to be. 229 points to 97. And boy, were American Dream really good in that final moment, looking for that fight. As we mentioned, they seem to have a lot of control of Fire Sky Ruins in that one, Lobo. Rally was trying their best to keep them in that fight, but unfortunately, just too much synergy coming out from Jurare paired with Jose and that Lucario.
Yeah, I got to give it all to Alcremie as well. Just so incredibly well positioned throughout that entire game. Look at the wall v wall. I mean, Mr. Mime got taken out in an absolute instant. I'm just having a look at some of the replays as we look at the delayed stream. Barely any Unite moves used on the side of Game Crashes. Everybody just went right in to do what they could to try and secure that objective. I put it in the chat. Flip every objective, win a prize. Your prize is our eternal gratitude and excitement, because watching a flip come down is always so much fun when it comes to Pokemon Unite.
It really is. What is even more fun is the amount of bans that we're about to see here in Game 3 and what Pokemon get pulled out. I do think Pokemon is in a good state at the moment where a best of 3 all-star draft at least doesn't get you to the depths of those picks that you really want to see. It's really the best of 5s, and God forbid we finally get best of 7s into Pokemon Unite where we start to see that kind of action.
I mean, when you and I were casting LCQ, the best of 3s nearly took us out, and then the best of 5s towards the semifinals were like, we love this game, but when is it going to end? But hang on, Tano. I just said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 92 Pokemon. If we add the second Urshifu, that's 93 Pokemon. If we that's 93 Pokemon currently in this game, and that's including all mega licenses as well. 93 Pokemon in this game. You add the 3 Paldean starters, that's 96.
Okay.
You add Meganium, 97.
Ooh.
Reshiram, Palkia, Yveltal, and I'm missing one.
It's the other legendary, bro.
Which one am I missing? Which one am I missing?
Is it Sun and Moon?
Oh, Solgaleo.
There you go.
Solgaleo. You add those in, we have 102 Pokemon in Pokemon Unite. 25 is nothing.
102 Pokemon in Pokemon Unite, bro. I mean, this game is sky high.
I said 20. That's no. So 5 each on each side. Yeah.
We can't math, bro. We can't math.
Can't math. You need to get the second up as well for the second game.
I'm doing it. We're mathematically challenged, mate. It's what we are. That's when you get the game
mathematically challenged. That is exactly what we are. But here we go. We're going through all of this, and now we're going to go into our game 3. We have 20 Pokemon banned off.
Yeah, so we're going to have 26 in total. Sorry,
26 in total.
Correct myself previously. That is a lot of Pokemon that can't be played in this. But as you've mentioned, still a lot of Pokemon that can be played. And
there's still 70 Pokemon to choose from.
And a lot of them are in a very good state in the game right now. So, we're not even getting to the depths of having to pull out the Pokemon that don't get used. To be honest, we're still, not getting to the depths of Greedent. Although I can't really say that anymore because it's been used plenty in the UCS.
Greedent was used. Greedent was used. But Dalim is going to start with a very strong pick as Vaporeon. I think Vaporeon's fallen off a little bit. Tano, I mean, it's not seeing as much play as some of the other supporters and defenders right now. Your Umbreons, your Blastoises, etc. But still, the healing on this Pokemon is still ridiculous.
I mean, now that you said that, Mano is going to go mental, bro. Get ready for the message in chat because man hates Vaporeon with a burning passion. What he doesn't hate, though, is that Typhlosion that has finally been picked up by American Dream now, coming out in the 3rd game here. It wasn't even banned in previous games, and it is going to be Jiraiya on their Trevenant, mate. Already, I'm feeling this draft by American Dream.
I still remember the moment we were sitting in that front row at EUIC and the Trevenant got picked. And the front row and everyone behind us erupted when Jiraiya got that pick of the Trevenant. Is so well known for this Pokemon. Alentia going to pick up the Mamoswine, which I absolutely love. I'm curious to see the interaction between Mamoswine and Typhlosion because they have to get onto that bouncing ball of fire to really get those Ice Fangs popping. And I know you have an issue with Mamoswine at the moment.
The thing is, I know why people love it. Ice Fang is the best crowd control in the game, in my opinion. I just hate going up against the Pokemon, bro. I'm so fed up with it. Get it out of my game already. But we do have Garchomp on the side of Game Crash as well here, and you pair that with a Vaporeon and a Mamoswine. That's a pretty good front line for you to go in and melee with. Dalin was looking for the Miraidon there, but Zapdos may be the entertaining pick. Definitely difference in the side of range, at least. That could be an issue. I do like the Zapdos, brilliant amount of burst damage, but we've already mentioned very much a Glass Cannon Lobo, and you do have a Mewtwo-Y Typhlosion looking to hunt you down.
Yeah, you do. Albino is going to pick up the Clefable as well. I don't know if the gravity is going to be too much here, but a Follow Me could be very, very useful to get that attention away from the rest of the Pokemon. Jose going to go back to Tried and Tested, which is that Pawmont. But what I'm seeing on Rally right now, Tano, is regular Charizard. No Mega X, no Mega Y, regular Charizard. And this Pokemon was buffed in the recent patch. So probably a little bit of limit testing coming out from these players, which I'd love to see.
Yeah, I like it as well. You do get a slight nerf, but more of a buff, in my opinion, on the side of that Charizard. I think definitely a good pick here. A lot of people love screaming that Unite move. I'm pretty sure Husky mentioned it previously when we were talking about
Seismic Slam.
It is a blast, mate. When you're in the middle of casting a game and you just see that come through and you can just scream Seismic Slam, it just rolls off the tongue so well. And I'm hoping we get to see plenty of that from Relly here.
Yeah, look, I mean, it's got the energy amp on there as well. So I'm very keen to see how a regular both coming out from Relly, and he's such a smart player. I mean, he might as well. Why not give us a Fire Punch into a Fire Blast, you know? Just really singe them down.
Just go aggressive, bro. I want the melee Charizard coming out here. Get in their face non-stop. I mean, you're going to have to deal with a lot of that coming out from the American Dream, especially with Jose on the side of this Pawmont once more. But here we go, buddy. It's game 3 of round 2 here in the week 5 of Project Fearless. Let's see who comes out on top. Both teams proving to be very competitive here.
I'm pretty sure this is Game Crash's second Game 3 situation, which they are proving they are having some fun playing Unite tonight. Hopefully we don't run into any of them when we duo queue a bit later on. Alentia going to go in for the invade. And of course, I think Swinub has to be one of the best Pokemon to go and invade with. Jose, not the best central laner that you want to go invade with because they're so well versed. And they have a Trevenant like Jiraiya to back them up. But almost finding the KO the eject, Alentia finds a beautiful KO.
Thing is, you have a passive like Thick Fat, and you have a focus band as well. You will go down here as Jiraiya finds that assisted KO off the side of Rose, but you do manage to find the KO on the Pawmont. That limits it at least. Gonna have to quickly get back in that central, and Clefable with a quick KO as well means that they're now evolved and on the field as Sam looks to get some good damage.
Especially in the early levels. But, I mean, Albanoa is just stacking to their heart's content in that back line.
That they are, and they need it, to be fair, buddy. They are running the stacking item on that Clefable, and it's going to work quite well for them when it comes to providing those heals. Sam is still looking for level 4 on the side of this Vaporeon, not able to get the last hit on that one. This is a struggle. I mean, they still need 5 on the side of this Typhlosion, but Cyndaquil does a decent amount of damage straight out of the gate, but so does Gibble as they try and shut down that lane, but they're not able to. Vaporeon now online, so is Quackwavel as we go back down into the bottom side of things.
Yeah, absolutely. But now it is Kulava that's going to be taken down with the Dragon Rush coming through. Wait, was that Dragon Rush or was that Dig? I need to have a look at that one more time. We haven't seen Dig Garchomp in quite some time. Charizard online has access to that second move. I'm curious what Relly has decided to go with here, if he's going to stick with the Flamethrower or and the Fire Blast. They have gone with the Fire Blast Flamethrower, so it is going to be ranged Charizard, just not a Mega Charizard, which I'm very interested to see how Rally pulls this off because, I mean, this Charizard hasn't been seen for eons.
It hasn't, but as soon as they get that Unite move, that's all we're going to be seeing in this game. But as they find more KOs on the side of American Dream, and unlike the previous games, we've only had 24 points scored in as the 720 birds are going to take to their lanes. Now DJ is going to absorb all of this, which is massive for them as they get ever so close to becoming Garchomp.
It is that Dragon Rush combination coming through there. Really, he's close. He's level 8 and some change, and he has access to that Seismic Slam. But Pormo's not going to let him have it. He wants access to that full charge Zip Zap Spark. I mean, no. That is it. I was right. No, I wasn't. You're going to tell me that's wrong. But he wants that access to that Unite move before Charizard gets access to theirs. Zapdos so good at defending pads. As long as they can put down that Thunderbolt, which they do. There's the Volt Switch coming in from Pormo. Does manage to find a KO with the assistance of the Mewtwo on to the Pillar Swine. And there it is. The Zip Zap full charge Spark is the one I was looking for. Tano and Jose cleans up that Vaporeon.
Mate, you got it right both times, but it's still not as good as the full flat flip flat flop that you pulled out. I think that's the best thing we've ever heard a Unite move get called as we see Jirare here looking for the flank on the side of Rally, unfortunately into the tusks of Valentia, and that's going to freeze them back to the Pokemon Center. 30 points to 71 now as Game Crasher taking the opportunity to start to cut down this score lead. Can't defend the Lecky though. 20 points into the T1 uncontested.
The teleport coming out from the Mewtwo I just put a lot of pressure onto Rally. They're still waiting to actually engage with that Seismic Slam, but look at where Jose is coming from right now. They could use it now for the defense. There's the Horn Leech, eject Horn Leech, which we're so used to seeing Jirawa use, and Jose is going straight for Rally onto that Charizard. They want to score Infinite Sideburn, gonna come through as well. The Flame Wheel into that Eruption as well is just gonna back everybody off. Still not choosing to pull the trigger on that Charizard Unite move. The Seismic Slam still not going to be used yet.
No, and I kind of like that. That pad was likely going to get broken. Don't use it until your team's here ready for a fight. Albanoa here trying to pull the attention of Relly, going in with that follow me. Relly manages to get away from the Pormot for the moment. Seismic Slam paired with the Livid Outrage buddy, and San came in as well with healing from the Vaporeon, and that is how you get back in a game as Game Crash have just annihilated American Dream in that central area, and they've now got levels as they look to score points in this bottom T1 pad.
They've done absolutely different, brilliant. Dalam's going to try and chase down their attacker counterpart, Mewtwo wide versus a Zapdos in that bottom lane. Jirawe can defend that lane all by themselves, but they've just gotten themselves right back into this game and made this a 21-ish point game, 23 point game, Tyler. I can math. I can definitely math today.
I definitely can't, buddy, no matter what day of the week it is, as we're about to say hello to the next objective on the top. I didn't even see what objective was taken last time, buddy. I forgot to do the sheet. We do have it spawning in now. American Dream are going to rotate here for this. They want their entire team to go for it. Jirari again with a brilliant eject. Horn Leech looking to get a good amount of damage onto them with a Wood Hammer. Not able to with that stun just yet. Mammoth Mash is going to be pulled out here. They're beginning to rip the Regirock on the side of American Dream, and it can't even get in for contestment on the side of Game Crash. They take all of that.
It was a nice zoning Unite move done by Jirawe on that Trevenant. The Mammoth Mash decided not to go in, but there's the Horn Leech going to be taken out alongside the combination of Pormont and the Typhlosion. Takes to the skies again, does rally with the Seismic Slam, and that damage is insane, Tano. Even though it's not in its Mega form, it is crazy, but what's crazy damage right now is the Heat Haze Eruption. I believe that's what it's called. I could be wrong, but Typhlosion picking up the KOs with this Fire Spin Eruption combination alongside that Unite move.
Nah, buddy, explosive Heat Haze, you are absolutely there with the Eruption paired with it as well. Humongous damage coming out from SVM, as that's going to be enough for Game Crash to have to run with their tail between their legs, and they can't even do that as a basic is going to find the KO on the Mammoth, but still only 100 points between these two teams. Looking at the levels, they do have a Typhlosion hidden level 13, but look at that mighty dragon that isn't a dragon type on the side of Game Crash.
Yeah, look, they're going to take another dragon off the board, which is that Reggie Dragon as well. Going to give them a little bit of scoring, a little bit of global experience as well. Jose falling, I want to say behind, but it's not really behind for him. Level 12 at 3 minutes. That's not really behind, but really has gone to that level 14. He's gone to that higher place. Garchomp getting that level 13, also very, very good. Now, both Unite moves. I mean, we're still waiting for the Seismic Slam to come back on board for the side of Game Crash. Unite economy on the side of American Dream looking awfully low as well, as they're going to secure a Regieleki for themselves. Farming is the focus right now for Game Crash, as well as scoring in that top pad. They could let this Regieleki walk, but they've got the defense that they can need to put up a good fight to stop it from going through, especially with 38 seconds left on the clock.
Game Crash have allowed that top objective to be taken by American Dream here. We do see a rotation from Dalim at the moment, but the entirety of American Dream are going to be set up ready for it. And if that is a Reggie steal, it's going to be very difficult for this team, having a Typhlosion and Palmer in their face. And it is a Reggie steal, buddy. This is really bad for Game Crash, and it's going to take some brilliant crowd control from that Vaporeon and that Mamoswine to keep them in this, buddy. Kyogre on the way. When there's a Kyogre, the game is not over, and Game Crash are looking for it already.
And they're looking for Jose as well, who goes straight into the Supercell Slam, which provides Unstoppable as well. Had to pop that full heal very, very early, but now it's just going to be a little bit of a waiting game. I mean, how many points are in this, Tano? It's about 40-ish points, 40 to 50 points left in this game, so a very close game. Eject, Horn Leech by Jirawa, does find him. There goes Typhlosion with that Unite move into the Eruption and the Flame Wheel. Charizard takes to the sky with the Seismic Slam, and Jirawa is still left up and running. Live it Outrage gets used by the Dragonite as well. 2 members taken down for Game Crash, 1 member taken down for the American Dream. This fight is still going.
That was so close. It felt like American Dream were going to win that, and then we had a brilliant Livid Outrage coming out from DJ, and it was just good timing from the Vaporeon with the heals as well. American Dream, though, still have the advantage. They're going to go on the rip on the side of Kyogre here, but DJ is there with a Garchomp. Going to get hit, though, on the side of Jurari. They're going to have to dive through with the Dragon Rush, and that's not going to be enough as they get KO'd again from the Flame Wheel. Damage comes in from Dalim. Tries to get the Kyogre, and it was so close, but it's Clefable of all Pokemon that takes it. Albanoa does the wish, and they're able to take this one for the American Dream. They're already in the lead, buddy, and with the Mammoth getting felled once again, we have an Ice Age amongst us in Fairsky Ruins.
Oh, it was a brilliant fight to take it back again, but just not coming back in time was Game Crash. They had the Charizard on the outside. DJ did a brilliant job trying to distract the rest of the team. They actually caught 4 members of Game Crash in that Dragon Claw Sweet combination, but just not enough in terms of damage. The Zapdos was too far behind. I feel like if Dalim was just a little bit closer to DJ on the engage, but it was not on them. It was just how slow Zapdos can be. High Voltage Siege going to come through as well onto the pad to try and put some damage in, but nope. These numbers are going to rain on in, and the American Dream going to win their 2nd set for Week 5 of Project Fearless.
That's impressive. What I love about that is how competitive this set ended up being, and you called it, but a Game Crash in round 1 already went to a Game 3, so it's probably one of the most competitive weeks of Project Fearless that we've had, and I cannot wait to see the next team in their next set, which is going to be Pancakes and Zika, that we always know do it so well. American Dream with a brilliant final fight there, and to be honest, it was a close one because it honestly felt like that could have gone either way. The fight was so even between Game Crash and American Dream, but if you can't take out the Typhlosion, that's the difference there, mate.
Yeah, no, I do agree. I think the Typhlosion is definitely in a position where it's so currently strong in the meta right now, and it got buffed recently. So I'm so curious as to why this Pokemon got buffed. I don't think it needed the buff, considering how much damage it was doing beforehand, but we always question it before as well. So I mean, it is what it is. It's I think one of the more beloved Pokemon right now. But honestly, Tano, I think we could have gotten Hisuian Typhlosion instead of regular Typhlosion. Just saying.
Yeah, I prefer regular. But yeah, I mean, you're right. I'm one of these people that rarely prefers the other regional form. Although Rapidash, what a go. Galarian Rapidash is a go, and so is, of course, the Marowak. But anyway, that was a brilliant set, buddy. American Dream are going to take that one away, so they're currently undefeated in this week so far. But
it's going to come down to Zika and Pancakes' team, which I think we're going to be watching them take on American Dream next, because it's going to be last-minute Chads taking on the American Dream in our next and final set, because we haven't watched either of those teams. And we continue our unintentional run of following a single team throughout these entire runs. If you guys would like to be on stream and get glazed by Tano and myself, you know what you got to do. You got to find 4 friends and sign up to Project Fearless. So I think we're going to take a little bit of a break. We'll get this set for you right back. But I asked this question before we went on break. Before, Tano, I'm going to ask this again. Not a starter, not a legendary, not a mythical. What Pokemon do you want to see come to Pokemon Unite? Tano and I will be back with our answers. Chat, we would love to hear yours. Also, extra points if you give your Pokemon that you choose a Unite move and give it a name. So we'll see you very shortly. Don't go anywhere. Grab yourself a drink, grab yourself a snack. I promise you, Tano and I will be right back.
Howdy trainers, welcome back. We're waiting on one player to get into this, but we were itching to get back on your screens and talk about some of these, because I'm telling you now, Gotti Telekinetic Torment just sounds brilliant. I absolutely love the name of that Unite move, bro.
Man went, howdy trainers, and put on an entire accent, and then went, whoop, that's not my normal voice, and then brought it back. You thought I was going to let you get away with that. Absolutely not. Telekinetic. Telekinetic Torment, absolutely fantastic. Honchkrow, my favorite bird Pokemon. I think it's the best designed bird Pokemon in the game. I'll fight you on that, honestly. Such a brilliant, brilliant Pokemon. Don't give me that face. Not after your howdy, y'all. Your howdy, y'all comment. But, you know, I mean, Honchkrow could tip a cowboy hat to you. He's got the hat on top of his head. But I love it. Again, some of these suggestions are great. Supporter Weezing. Don't think we could use that Unite move's name. Just, you know, a little bit too much. But we're going to head straight on into the game. Thank you all for participating with your Pokemon that you want to see. We would love to see know more of what you guys are going to suggest as well, because it's always fun to speculate. But Tano, what's not going to be speculated is our bans, because that's going to be a Moltres ban, which makes so much sense.
Yeah, straight out of the gate, very strong Pokemon. It's one of those that when you pair it with a good team around it as well, becomes broken. To be honest, the Machamp continues to be banned out. We saw Machamp in the first set of today, in the first round, and just never again.
No, and the funny thing is, it was, you know, it was a power punch and close combat Machamp as well. So it is going to be working so well. So Sefesh also going to be banned out. Umbreon possibly going to be on the ban as well. We do see Seeker and Pancake in chat. Guys, focus on the game as well. But, you know, Tana's going to teach you guys bad habits. I'm going to make sure focus on the game. Absolute brilliant performances again by Pancakes over the weekend as well. Once again, if you want to get yourself glazed by Tano and myself, join Project Fearless.
Absolutely. I mean, right now, Woody, they're here because they know they're the prodigies. They don't have to concentrate, but you absolutely should. Guys, lock in. Let's get this game right now, just so you know. Last Min Chads, that is your name. I came up with that name because I had to get them added last min. You are 1-1 on today. American Dream are 2-0. You have to beat them if you want to be number one here today and take it down to a tiebreaker, guys. So lock right in and beat this team.
Yeah, absolutely. Jose is not going to waste any time at all locking in that Typhlosion. Now, I want to see a Palmont off between Jose and Pancakes. That would make my little Lobo heart so happy. I need one of you guys to teach me, I was about to say teach me pancakes. Teach me how to make pancakes. I want to learn that too. But teach me how to play Palmont. WSG Bro is going to pick up the Snorlax, and High is going to pick up Blissey. I love the names on this team.
I do. Espeon getting pulled out here as well by Rose. That is actually a brilliant double ranged attacker here from American Dream. They've got great range and stun, but also crazy damage and melee on the side of Typhlosion. Pairing some really strong front line, and American Dream have got themselves one heck of a comp there.
Yeah, they do. I do like it. There's a really strong Pokemon currently in the meta. Now, they just need some, like you said, Tano, frontline. Snorlax has been taken, but Blastoise is available. Mamoswine is available. Trevenant is available. But we're seeing Mega Gyarados for the first time in a long time as well. Itz is going to pick up Zapdos as well. Guys, why do you torture us with these names? Yo is going to go with... I'm not saying yo. I'm just going to go yo, like an exclamation mark. But I like the Blastoise and Blaziken pick up from the American Dream. Double Gyarados. Okay.
Oh no, are they going for it? That's crazy, bro. They're going for the Los Caracados play with the double Gyarados in this one, mate. That's ridiculous from Last Min Chads. And we did see a little bit of the Mega Gyarados in LCQ, but you're absolutely right, Lobo. We rarely see this Pokemon anymore, but they're pulling it straight out here looking for a little bit of fun. We got Hi, what's good, bro? It's Yo! And Gert here on the side of Last Min Chads. Luckily, the American Dream, they're all about serious professionalism here, and they stuck with their names.
No, I like it. I like it. Stick with the names. But again, this is always just a challenge for us. They're training us as well as themselves. They're training us to be better casters, which, you know, obviously we could always do with a little bit more professionalism every now and then. I really hope, I really, really hope this is double fish in the same lane, because that's just nuts. But, I mean, I wouldn't put it past the Prodigy duo, the 6'4" air fry loving Prodigy duo, who are going to bring out the double Gyarados.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we know they're here to have fun. They're very competitive. Game Crash, they got took to a game 3. Game Crash managed to defeat them. That is where Last Min Chad's loss was here. And they joined this tournament 5 minutes after it started, by the way, chat. That is why they're called Last Min Chads. So to put in a showing like that, we've only just been told you're going to be playing. They must be having a lot of fun here today, mate.
I just want to point out that Tano allowed this. I mean, I allowed it as well. Tano manually added their names in, and he's setting a bad precedence for us here. So get your signups in on time, because we want to cast you, we want to glaze you, we want to have some fun as well. But you, I mean, I'm going to put you on the spot. Who's winning it?
I forgot to move it over to the game. I'm going to give it to Last Min Chads. I didn't have it on studio mode, bro. It's been a long day.
Of course, he's going to give it to Last Min Chads. We've got Zapdos, Snorlax in the lane. We have double fish in central lane. What is happening in this game already? We're not even 30 seconds in.
Listen. Each of those Magikarp is worth 500 yen, so they're just making what they can out of this situation. Look at the effort meter go, though, to be fair, buddy. They're both getting so much effort out of taking this central lane together with the splash and the tackle damage, mate. You know what? That is actually a good shout here. You do get punished in the top lane quite a bit, though, as American Dream have just come out of the gate swinging up there. But if you can get these Gyarados online round about the 850s, you are cooking.
Yeah, I want to see what these effort meters are on the Gyarados, because they're about to go up against the Flame Wheeling Quilava. But if they can pick up a KO, which I guarantee you they're not going to be able to, we don't give too many guarantees in this one. And just watch Pancakes and Zika prove me wrong. But look at the effort meters. We could get one fillet of fish. We might get a second one if Albanoa has something else to say about it. But double Magikarp Central Lane is definitely something I was not expecting.
Listen, I'm not sure if it's good, I'm not sure if it's bad, but have a look at it and make your own decision.
Really? You're not sure?
I'm not, because they've still got the Gyarados in the first 8 minutes, which is where you're in a good stead. But not only do they have one, they have 2 Gyaradoses online within 8 minutes, and that is actually massive for a team. One of the biggest power spikes in Pokemon Unite. Snorlax, though, can't deal with that one, and Typhlosion is online here.
So they've let Typhlosion get to level 7 to get the double Gyarados. Now, I think they'll probably share the central lane once again. Regidrago is going to go to the side of American Dream. Now, with all of the ridiculous that we just witnessed, Tano, alongside the power of this Zapdos, Last Min Chads have kept into this, and this Typhlosion might just go down, but that's a beautiful side shock, but the Dragon Breath is not going to stop it. There's no way that this works, right?
I mean, not when you've got Rose here on the Espeon, to be honest. He's absolutely cooking him with that side shot combo, to be honest. And right now, Jirare just needing a little bit more experience. They need one more level to get to that Blastoise. But this Gyarados is definitely a big threat. Last Min Chads have 2. They can now leave 1 in either lane. They're actually going to share the central as well. This looks like, on paper, a really well-strategized comp, but I know it's just been invented in the last moment.
Oh, it's definitely been invented at the last moment. They did come in and say, wait till you see the most crazy draft in the EU. Zapdos is going to go down right now to the side shock, and the American Dream are just going to push into this tier. It could break it, but the push back from Jiraiya on this Blastoise is going to come through. There's the Heavy Slam going to come through as well. The double Waterfall into the Eruption combination as Typhlosion does pick up a KO on the Snorlax. 1 Gyarados down. Second Gyarados about to go through. As soon as they get access to these Dragon Current Unite moves, Tano, maybe this game shifts on its its head, but right now there's 119 points between them.
It's going to come down to target selection once again here, to be honest, mate, as they get a 24 overcap in that pad. And it's all about taking out the Typhlosion. You take that out, you have a much better team fight on you. The Blazer can then be in your next big threat, realistically. But it's all about the way that they're frontlining this Typhlosion. Jose is going in, doing a huge amount of damage. Got stuns coming out from Rose in the background as well. And we're going to see that here as Snorlax gets absolutely obliterated. You blink, and that HP bar is gone.
Yeah, they are risking this all with the two Gyaradoses right now, level 8 and level 9 respectively. Zapdos level 8, and we've got level 10 and 11 Blaziken and Typhlosion as well. They have to try and be careful here because they're also looking for some stacks. They're looking for the levels. I don't know what's going on here, but I have a feeling even at the halfway mark, this is going to come down to that final objective unless American Dream get 500 points in advance.
Bro, the double Gyarados has just abandoned all reasoning and just wants to go Pac-Man mode on the central area of the American Dream. They're now going to look to come for a flank and see if they can defend this T1 pad. The 7 points will break that. There's the Dragon Current coming out. Mega Gyarados on the field finally as they try to find the KO on the side of Typhlosion. The damage from the Zapdos is going to be enough as it takes the KO. And now they want to push onto the side of the Eldegoss. A brilliant Psychic Solaire comes out from Rose once again, and Blaziken shuts them down as SVM looks to clean up. The Gyaradoses were not enough.
I mean, the Gyaradoses were plenty to take out the Typhlosion. They got 3 KOs in total. Blastoise also being taken down. But this Blaziken right now, it just needs one more push. But no, the Espeon is there to survive the final hit on the Zapdos, unable to go through. But in all of that, Tano, Blaziken got to level 12. Typhlosion stays at level 11. We now have 3 level 10s on the side of Last Minute Chats. All they have to do is farm up because they have a lot of experience left to go. And the double Dragon Current, kind of scary late game.
It is, and I cannot wait for this Kyogre fight because that's where we're really going to see the impact of this double Gyarados. And it's all about whether they have enough levels on that massive dragon to see if they can really build that final team fight in their favor. Luckily, didn't get hit by that overheat, and we look to be saying goodbye to the Blaziken. Dragon Coat is going to be used by Goose once again as they look to find more KOs. Gert is now trapped against the wall. Will find the Espeon for their effort, but there comes the Flame Wheel from Jose. Bliss assistance onto the Mega Gyarados. Typhlosion sent back to Nurse Joy. The shielding coming onto the side of this Mega Gyarados is absolutely insane. Blissey is to be forgiven for that. And the pressure coming into It's now as they look for more KOs. They are managing to come out on top in this central lane. But now we've just got a defender off here, buddy.
What is this game? There's the Yawn coming out as well. Love to see the Yawn Snorlax come through. Gyarados is actually going to take a Regidrago as well, as now Last Minute Chats are trying to fight their way back in. They still haven't got much in terms of points. Jirawe's not going to let them get away because Blastoise with Surf just can chase you down, but it's a double Gyarados lane. Now Jirawe's in a bit of a problem here. He's going to get walled off with the Waterfall and the Surf just coming together and not letting anyone pass as well. A level 13 and 12 Gyarados are on the board here, Tano, and that nice little Heavy Slam is going to make sure the Psyshock doesn't go anywhere.
The thing is, you can use one of the Gyaradoses for zoning because you really do have to deal with it, and that's what they do here, and the other one for ripping. And it's kind of worked for them as Yo manages to find that KO on the side of the Regieleki. This is now going to walk on in. 362 points, but now Last Min Chaz looking to cut down that score lead and find more KOs. It's double Waterfall as well, buddy, diving straight onto the side of that Blastoise. And I tell you what, it's so effective in this late game that it might be a good call.
It's actually working really well, but you don't want the Gyarados to get KO'd right now. The heals from the Blissey are coming through, but Typhlosion does manage to pick up a KO. You really don't want to get KO'd right now with 20 seconds to go. Big Yawn coming through. Blissey is trying to keep them healed as possible, but I think the second Gyarados is going to go down. 2 level 13 Gyarados is going down. They're going to be back before the Kyogre fight, but the rest of Last Minute Chats has to be able to survive this. They're trying to zone them out with the Zapdos. Can they get back in? Because 2 Dragon Currents in this, but look at how far Jirawe is caught right now. But they're just going to go for the rip right now because they see the threat of the 2 Gyaradoses and they're going to go in with the Dragon Current, my guy.
Oh, and he manages to take it! Last min chance with the Gyarados play! Oh, it was all about the alley-oop. Goes for the three-pointer and finds it. Can they score enough points, though, buddy? Because they are behind. They have to find KOs here as they tried to break down this Blaziken. Not an easy task with the Gyara there, and the Mega is gone. But Hundo Burgers reign on in. They need one more to take the lead of this game.
What did we just witness? Unbelievable that the Gyarados came in and got it, but the defense of these pads are too much right now. They need the Unite moves back. They do have the high voltage siege, which is going to go through. They're going to try and target down right now this Typhlosion. Typhlosion is the biggest risk. Typhlosion's going to go down as well. They fire off that eruption. Gyarados is still on the pad. Can they get something going? They're going to jump to the pads right now. There's still no more Unite moves left on the table as Gyarados are still going down. They're going to try and take out the Blaziken as Blissey's trying to keep everybody nice and healed. The Zapdos into the Yawn as well. Blaziken defending it. They get it, Tano. That is going to be the lead going to last minute chance.
And this is All-Star Draft Chat, which means that Blastoise, Blaziken, and Typhlosion can no longer be played. Three of the strongest Pokemon in this game. And Last Min Chaz wins it off the back of a double Gyarados pick. Absolutely insane. They knew what they were doing, but it was all about that late game. It's protected. That is insane protection for a Zapdos in this game as well.
Can't stop laughing because they were completely taken out of that fight before the Kyogre fight came in and started. The Dragon Current comes in, steals the Kyogre after the fact is gone. And American Dream knew what was up. They knew both Gyaradoses were down. They had to rip as quickly as possible.
They really did. The second the Gyarados saw that, I'm not even sure which Gyarados it was. It was either Gert or Yo. I think it was Yo that was on the Mega Gyarados. Managed to get in with the Dragon Current. They were trying to zone it out. We saw Jiraiya trying to keep that Gyarados away, but it just wasn't enough when that Dragon Current was there. And I think that was the plan for Last Min Chads all the way, mate.
I mean, watching two Gyaradoses flip and flop around the map is probably going to be one of the funniest things I've ever experienced as a Pokemon Unite caster. Unbelievable game. I mean, you have to give it to them. Genius is usually called insanity before it is revealed to be true genius. And I think we're seeing that from these two right now.
Listen, they gave us a warning, bro. They was like, be ready to see the most ridiculous EU draft you've seen yet. And 114k damage coming out of Jose there as well on the side of that Typhlosion, bro. 62k healing from Alba Noah. That was an absolutely joy of a game to see, bro.
double Magikarp. I can't. Again, they had a Blaziken. They had an Espeon. The secure should not be coming from the double Gyarados.
Dragon Current, bro. Dragon Current all the way, bro.
Dragon Current, bro.
Built different, bro.
I mean, I think these are the moments that we love to see. Again, Project Fearless was always supposed to be a fun, healthy competition, and I just love seeing stuff like that. I hope we get to see more like that, and I think All-Star Draft coming through is always so incredibly fun to see what comps you're going to bring up. Didn't think we'd get double Gyarados until possibly a game 5. We're not even doing 5 games, and I didn't even imagine that we'd get double Gyarados. So, EU, be on the aware. Double Gyarados is something that I want to see taken to World. So, BH3, Komai, Peps, and Volticons, if you're watching, double Gyarados is definitely the play.
It's crazy because Jose used double Gyarados on Los Caracados when they were playing against Engage, I think it was, in the UCS weeks, bro. So and they won with it as well, by the way, in that game. And then
so far, double Gyarados has a 100% win record in EU.
Facts, mate. Facts. It's just insane. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do here in Game 2 because it is full Fearless, but of course, you know, you're not really scared about that. You've used Gyarados twice, so you've got so many all-rounders you can pull out now.
I mean, it's so much fun to see. I mean, if this wasn't full Fearless, then we'd probably see the double Gyarados one more time. I want to see, honestly, genuinely want to see it. If they're able to do it, I want to see all 3 Charizards on the same team. Pancakes and Zika, I know you're listening. I know you're listening. Or I want to see double Lucario on the same team as well. Whether we let it happen or not is going to be something completely ridiculous.
The last thing we need is to give these guys ideas, bro. The last thing they need is ideas to pull out in these games.
If Pancakes and Zika ever, and we hope they do, if they ever get to stand on that world stage, we know who they're taking as their plus ones. It is us.
Okay, here we go. It's the the tried after draft game from game 2. Let's see what the picks are gonna be. Everybody is on the edge of their seats here.
My guy, you just got to get up that graphic one more time to show us what bans were done. Although I don't think we're ever going to forget what bans were done. Moltres going to be banned off. Machamp going to be banned off. These two are the Pokemon that our EU people just do not want to play against.
Nope. And valid as well. I think they'll continue to. I mean,
and I've just read chat. Oscar double Luca, triple Chari. It was. And American Dream are going to take the dream away from me because they're going to ban off one of the Charizards in straight fashion. Umbreon going to be banned off as well. I think Articuno is deserving of a ban here, Tano, as we're not going to be able to see the Typhlosion again due to All-Star Draft.
Yeah, I mean, I would... Oh, Goodra. I mean, people do say...
I'm sorry?
People do say Goodra be good now with those buffs it got.
I mean, don't mind. I don't mind it. But, I mean, those are quite normal bans. It's very interesting to see Goodra come back in to this. Now, let's see. I wonder if we're going to get craziness or if we're just going to get a normal ban come out from this team. Albino is going to pick up the Psyduck, high hovering over the Comfey. And what's good, bro, is going to pick up the big bro, Mammoth Swine. This seems like a more reasonable, sane comp, but I say that as if I haven't been baited into these decisions before.
Well, Clefable Mammothswine would be a great setup lane for Last Min Chads. That, you know, obviously it's going to be the Crystal Clefable. So we don't... Tung Hero. I've just seen on Last Min Chads again. I swear down, bro. They joined the tournament in the last minute and come with the most ridiculous stuff.
It's just what they can get us to say on cast.
Yeah.
It's just what they can get us to say on cast. It is the double Lucario strat coming out from Last Min Chads. They heard it.
I love how, like, American Dream were like, they're going to do some sort of double pick again, ban the Charizard. And like,
ban the Charizard.
We got Lucario, bro.
We'll see how this goes because, once again, I mean, we see all the silliness coming out from this. But again, you cannot deny the skill that these players have on these Pokemon. When they bring it out, we see that it's silly. The double Gyarados, it worked. Every single player in these lobbies has had some kind of experience where it comes into grassroots, where it comes into playing in UCS, whether it comes into playing in last chance qualifiers. They were able to show up and show out how good they are on these comps. So I'm excited to see it. And the fact that Tung Hero, I can't believe I have to say that again, has picked up the Sirfetch'd.
Yeah, I mean, this is so interesting. And you're absolutely right. Yes, we do laugh at the double Gyarados, but Gyarados isn't bad. Do you know what I mean? It's at least, you know, B tier currently in the meta. It's got some capability. So having double Gyarados isn't bad. It's just ridiculous to see it in the central lane together. Here, Lucario isn't bad. Both Mega and normal Lucario are very capable all-rounders in the meta right now. So it makes sense, buddy, but I just think, you know, you've got more core of a comp on the side of American Dream.
You do have definitely more of a core of a comp. It's a comp that you would see being run in the official league comps. Now, I'm going to ask you this because obviously you're always going to give it to last minute Chads because you are a biased caster, and that is okay. We still love you for it. However, I want to ask you if you think there's going to be a double Lucario central lane.
Yeah. You know what, bro? I didn't, but knowing who's on those Pokemon, yeah, I do. I think what we just witnessed, I think probably. I don't know, because I do think American Dream have every opportunity to win this, and it's all on the
absolutely
of that Darkrai. I think having Trevenant there from Jurare that we see with the perfect eject like Horn Leech that they get on the back on the retreat. I would love to see the Darkrai here cooking those Lucarios because that's definitely what it's capable to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And both Lucarios, I mean, you do get power-up punch. I mean, if we see double power-up punch close combat Lucario, it's going to be incredibly funny instead if we don't see just regular E-speed. However, I mean, jokes aside, I believe... I, I was about to say jokes aside. We're seeing a Lucario invade. We're seeing...
That's tough, bro. That's
We're,
tough.
we're seeing a Lucario invade against a Latios who is also very not strong until they get to that level 5.
Yeah, Jose's not going to have any stacks here. They are desperately trying to hit level 5. And the thing is, though, Yo doesn't have their... They do, of course, have the dash with the damage, but can they get close enough to
punch.
Jose? They're going to push them away as well. And, yeah, they're going to find the KO here. Psyduck trying to come down to provide some assistance. Alba Noah trying to see if they can get their Jurare already on the invade as well, actually. It comes away with a blue buff here for Lastmin Chad, slightly behind in their central lane. And I tell you what, the pushback from Alba Noah here might be enough. Yo has to leave this situation, Lobo.
I mean, it's been a hot minute since I've seen a Lucario invade. I don't think I've seen it in any kind of professional setting. However, in OS over the LCQ weekend, Tano, we did see a Kubfu attempt an invade, which did not work out as well. It worked out as well as Lucario invade. There's the power of the Darkrai coming through, and now Jose has access to that Draco Meteor. So the more they're going to hit farm, the more Dracos are going to drop from the sky, and that is just incredible amounts of damage. But with all the nonsense that has been going on in these last two games, 62-33, not a bad scoreline, having only been a minute and a half in.
Yeah, not bad at all. I think what they've done on the side of Lastmin Chads is just push that bottom lane, and it's a good tactic, actually, when you know that you're not going to win that top lane battle. Just alleviate the pressure down here instead. Gert has managed to hit level 6 at least, so he's tying with the highest levels on the side of the American Dream, as they have Darkrai and Latios at those higher levels. But here comes Jurare. They've got a plan. It's 2 Lucarios, and I'm not sure Jurare even fancies that, bro.
No, I mean, I think Jurare does. Look at that beautiful horn leech. Jurare has such good technique on the Wood Hammer for this Trevenant. They're going to go in with one Lucario. It is close combat. It is double close combat power-up punch. Tano, I think my crystal ball is working a treat today. And just out of that, big shout-outs to Jellyman for the raid with 25 people. Welcome on in, everybody, to Project Fearless. This is game number 2 of our round 3, and we are witnessing absolute silliness.
We are. I mean, I'm gutted that you just missed the double Gyarados central lane, but thank you so much, Jellyman, as we have a look at this bottom lane from Lastmin Chads. Again, the Darkrai is the issue for them, as we predicted. American Dream just have such a brilliant comp here to deal with these all-rounders, mate.
Yeah, I agree. They are dealing with it quite well. 62-87. Lucarios are level 9 and 6, so I believe it's the non-Mega Lucario. Oh, no, it is the Mega Lucario that has access to that Aura Cannon, which we're going to see fired off right now. The close combat is going to miss Jirawe, so not too much healing, but the Surfetch is there with the Fury Cutter that is going to do the massive amounts of damage. The close combat onto the Psyduck is going to heal them right back up to full health as they drop the Draco onto the Surfetch. A KO onto the Latios is going to come through, and Alba Noah has to fight this all by themselves. Throwing hands. These double Lucarios, they fainted to go back, Tano, but then they got caught.
Oh my god, just as you were saying how brilliant these horn leeches, the wood hammer is from Jurare. That was so good. Trying to hit on the side of this Surfetch. Again, Alba Noah connects with the sidekick as well. Looking at the points here, Lobo. We are literally 11 points between them here. Lastmin Chads are managing to keep up in this game, level-wise as well, as Mega Luca has hit level 10. The American Dream seem to have the better team fight capability, but these Lucarios, they're sticking to each other on the hips, bro.
I mean, getting behind the front line that is the American Dream, Jirawe is such a hard defender to get past because he's able to hit these resets on the Horn Leech. So Bone Rush is going to come through. Is that close combat Bone Rush? Or unless it is going to be E-Speed Lucario, and I just witnessed them doing a Focus Punch originally. There's another Horn Leech that's going to catch him into the Solar Beam, and that is going to be 4 members used to take down one Mega Lucario. They're sick of him, mate. Get him out of here.
Yeah, very frustrating to deal with, but we are getting plenty of stacks on the side. And it's Latios now. Lastmin Chad's really managing to push that top lane as they do grab that Regieleki, put that one in as well. They now take the lead points-wise, but we have a bottom objective getting ripped down here. It's a Registeel given to the American Dream. That's a lot of damage they now have access to, especially for Jose, as they're able to build up these stacks on the Draco Meteor, looking to get a nice 31 overcap here as well, but still don't take the lead with points, Lobo.
Yeah, no, they're still scoring points in that top path, in that tier 2. Now they're going to invade into that central lane. They see what's happening, and look how quickly Clefable just gets bursted down by the Draco Meteor coming up from that Latios. So Fetch doesn't want anything to do that. Even though you got a shield, it ain't going to be enough to stop all those Dracos from dropping down onto your head. Lucario is still in the enemy team's tier 2 zone. They're going to retreat now, level 11, level 9. They have both access to Aura Cannon right now, which means they could go in. There are just small skirmishes going all over the map right now. Launching League Nova Blast going to be used for an engage.
Straight from Tung Tung Hero there, as they were stuck in a position they didn't want to be in. Jurari was coming in with that wood hammer, and they knew they were going to be stuck, so they try and get out of it with a great amount of damage, but it does not work. They just go down. Pad has got so many points scored into it here, but they have overstayed their welcome. American Dream have to go on the retreat, because here comes Lucario, ready to find the KOs. A big beam comes in from Mew, as it looks like they're going to be able to escape the situation, but more levels to the side. The last min charge, level 12 on the side of this Lucario now.
Yeah, Psyduck unable to make it out, and Jirawe was definitely low health due to the Mega Lucario. They're going to look for the close combat on the Mew, into the Bone Rush as well, into the Aura Cannon to try and find the KO of Mew, but beautiful Mystical Mirage to be able to get away from that Solar Beam to the face alongside the Worst Nightmare. That actually allowed the Psyduck to survive inside the Worst Nightmare. They are going to get KO'd nonetheless with 3 minutes 40 on the clock, and these fights and skirmishes, Tano, are never ending. Rubble Rouse are going to come out from the Crossel as well, but going to get put in its place with the Horn. They close combat, sends Jirawe to an HP in a dream. Follow Me comes out from the Clefable. They pick up the KO on Jirawe. Now the KO on the Clefable as well. Mew goes down, and Darkrai is here to try and secure. Still going to stay in that hiding hole, but launching Leak Nova Blast to make sure they ensure the secure.
Okay, we've got a minute 10 left before Kyogre takes to Faya Sky Ruins. 243 points to 180. Objectives now up. Last min Chad's rotating for this top one, but so is the American Dream. Regieleki getting some damage put onto it now, but the Darkrai is too much of a threat here as we see the retreat coming out from Sirfetch'd. Gonna sit in this bush waiting for the damage to be dropped onto Regieleki. Look at the damage from Jose. The Meteor's doing bits here for the Latios as they do rip down this Regieleki mega time. Sirfetch'd trying to see if they can sneak in for that, but Rose won't allow it. Mew will take the Regieleki, and the American Dream are back in a healthy state.
Yeah, all in the while, they were getting a 40 dunk in that bottom side. They're going to get a few more in, probably take their scores to 30. A Reg Ice actually works really well for last minute Chad, especially considering they've got that Clefable on their side. Unlucky that they haven't been able to get a Registeel, which is what American Dream seem to be rolling. Their RNG roulette seems to be going well. Follow Me alongside the Moonlight. It's going to keep them away from Jirawe, but he's going to get caught with the Bubble Beam and the double claw from the Darkrai. Look at how much damage that did to just one Lucario, and I'll let both of them. Now, American Dream, they don't want to lose this game, and they are pushing up aggressively. They did this in game 1, and they were able to get a secure with the double Mega Lucario. But now, Kyogre is here. The game definitely isn't over. Let's see how we go with this one, Tano.
SVVM is making all the difference here on this Darkrai. What's good, bro? Maybe caught out. Big beam comes through. Albanova, brilliant connection with the sidekick once more. And this is working really well for the American Dream. They felled the Crustle. Huge front line that Last Man Chads no longer has. Gonna have to capitalize on the Clefable here instead. Building up with the power-up punch is gonna be good, but it ain't gonna be enough, buddy. They're waiting for the flank from the opposite Lucario. Yo has been caught, though. Managed to find level 13, but with that Aeon Blast coming on through, that's going to connect and backs up this Lucario even further, and they just rebound again with some more Draco Meteor dropping down here from Jose. The stun onto Yo is there. There's an Aura Cannon, but it ain't going to be enough as they get blitzed back to Nurse Joy. Look at the damage raining on down from the skies as Last Man Chance finally get into this fight, but they can't deal with Jurare. Look at the assistance from the healing coming through with that wood hammer. Good is 1 HP in a dream. Mystical Mirage has been used. They're going to pair that with a big beam with the Mustinato, and the American Dream have all the advantage here, buddy. But it's close combat. Lucario coming in again. Gert is gone. Latios makes all the difference here for the American Dream.
Look how low they are, but now they're going to go for the rip right now, Tana. Look who's coming back in right again. Jose was dangerously low to be taken out by the Clefable. They're going to run away, and the rest of Last Man Chads are back in. They're looking for Jose. Can they find the KO? They're looking for the Bone Rush. They do find the KO on the Latias and the other members are back in alongside their Surf Edge. They're going to continue with the rip. The Surf Edge going to try and take down Jirawe, who secures it. It is going to be the Mew that manages to get the secure, and we might be headed to a game 3.
Yeah, with 10 seconds left here, are they going to be able to get the points in? I think they're already in the lead. We did just see a counter score coming out from Last Min Charge, but with a Hundo Burger sneaking in, yes it does. Yeah, the American Dream are locked in, and we've got a game 3 on our hands here, mate.
Another game 3. I mean, this is such an exciting game. That was such a back and forth, but it was the Latios. As soon as you allow that Latios to get all of those stacks onto those Aeon stacks onto its meter, it's such a big problem to deal with. The counter score just wasn't enough. They were trying to pin down Jose that entire game. That Darkrai is a real problem. The amount of damage that it could do, but also Jirawe set up a lot of the Dracos for Jose to drop on. Only getting 6 KOs, but 12 assists is immense on that Darkrai.
It is. Honestly, I felt it coming into this game. I was like, yeah, the Mega Lucario, the Lucario, really good all-rounders, but Darkrai is just so good against them, buddy. Like, it just is untargetable, and on top of that, does a great amount of damage itself. And then you've got someone like Rose showcasing, yet again, as we've already said, the EU has some brilliant Mew players in it. 107k with only 30k taken. That is absolutely clean from him there. With another brilliant raid coming in from Brutal Hunter. Thank you so much, buddy, as we are going to a game 3 here in our final set of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, thank you so much for joining our final set. We're on round 3 of Project Fearless. We do 3 rounds of All-Star Draft, or as we like to call it here, full Fearless Draft every Thursday as well. So we're in our round 3. We're in our final set. It has gone all the way to a game 3 situation. The American Dream have remained undefeated throughout all rounds, but have been pushed to 2 game 3 situations. We have seen absolute ridiculousness come out from the side of Last Min Chads. We saw double Gyarados in game 1, double Lucario in game 2. I hope we get double Charizard in game 3. But big shout outs to the raids that came in. One from Brutal Hunter and one from Jellyman SV. Thank you guys so much for your support. We appreciate you so very much. And if you guys as well would love to compete in Project Fearless, we are always looking for more teams. Every single week we put this on for you guys because we just believe that All-Star Draft is where this game is heading to in the future. So find yourself some friends, find yourself a team, come sign up and get yourself glazed and praised by Tano and myself. Bro, I came up with that and I started smiling halfway through before finishing that.
I loved it. I loved it so very much, buddy, as I also love going into the game 3 here straight out of the bat. Let's see what these bans are going to be. You can see on the board what is not allowed to be played yet. That is double Gyarados and that is double Lucario.
Yeah, and we're gonna get the Mega Charizard Y banned up straight away. I understand getting the Mega Charizard Y banned up, but maybe we see a regular Charizard. We saw Relly play a Mega Charizard Y in the previous set. We could get double double Mewtwo. Am I thinking about it here, Tana? Maybe, maybe not. But what are the Prodigy geniuses thinking about as well? The American Dream, they've held strong. They're a team of competitive players, players that have been around for quite some time. They know how to deal with any ridiculousness that gets thrown right at them.
They do. Effectively as well, mate. I will say, Last Min Chads really managed to bring it in that game, to be honest. In the final fight, it was close, but American Dream just knew how to lock in, and that's the difference between winning and losing for them there. Talent Flame is going to be banned out here as well for the American Dream, which kind of gives you a little bit of an insight as to how they want to play this, maybe looking for those ranged attackers.
Yeah, look, Jose having some fun on these range attackers. Maybe we might see the Dragapult come out from Jose once again. I think that could be a definite shout as well. It gets away. The Dragon Dance does really well into possibly what we're predicting to come out from Last Minute Chads. The Vaporeon, always a fun pick as well. Ooh. Oh, okay. The Buzzwole. I like it from Jirawe.
I think we'll have to see whether Jirawe will actually be on the Buzzwole. I mean, maybe they just wanted to go off-roll in this one, or maybe they pick a defender to swap. But it is Delmisy, as you like to call it, buddy, coming on out here for high Delmisy. And they're going to pair that with the Mewtwo. I think you might be right. I think you're right, bro. It's double Mewtwo.
See, the originally no Charizard has been selected. So Delmice is a front tag with the Mewtwo X and the Mewtwo Y, but then we could also get Mega Charizard X and normal Charizard, which could be very fun to play. But there we go. We are getting the double Mewtwo coming out from the side of last minute Chads. Oh, they were hovering over the Mega Charizard X for just a second.
Alchemy has already been used. Sorry, I think.
Do it.
No, wait, not in this set. It was in the previous set, so you could go with that. But no, they want to go with another all-rounder, and this is a good one. This is one that has been buffed decently, mate.
Yeah, you're right. I thought they were baiting us in. But at the moment, it looks like we're getting 4 all-rounders on either side, and 1 attacker and 1 support, maybe. Because, I mean, Gert could lock in a supporter here, but no, they ruined that one with the speeds to pick. The Galarian Rapidash, a fun Pokemon that we love seeing. Jose on the Delphox, really liking this flex that's coming out from Jose, playing some all-rounders and now playing some attackers. I would very much like to see if Jose is going to go Fire Spin or if they're going to go Flame Charge. We know how aggressive they like to be, so the Flame Charge and Sacred Fire build, I think, fits into this.
I would love Flame Charge here. I think it's the one that makes the most sense. You're never going to complain at Fire Spin because, you know, it's just good crowd control. But Flame Charge, and especially with that, kind of has to be a good shout here from Jose. And I'm hoping that because Gert has pulled out the Zoroark, the one Pokemon that everybody here in EU hates playing against, especially when it's paired with a Comfey. But double Mewtwo. Does that make the difference, Lobo? Because they win on double Gyarados. They lose on double Lucario. And they're all-rounders. Here with the double Mewtwo, they have an attacker and an all-rounder.
Yeah, look, I agree with you. It's very, very hard to pick. I'm going to slip past the double Mewtwo for right now, and I'm going to talk about the Zoroark because I'm feeling like I'm getting to know these guys a little bit. My sanity is not any better for having to know them, but my life is much more fulfilled having to know both of these guys. Is it going to be a Night/Zoroark? The iframes, the damage that it's able to do, the movement that's going to be able to come out. And we glaze them for being prodigies, and they definitely know that its moveset is in its kit. So I wonder if it's going to be Night/, because if it's going to be Fire Spin, if it's going to be Buzzsaw as well, you want those iframes so that you're not getting caught. The Night/ does allow you to get caught, but the boosted is just too good on that Zoroark anyway. That's my question here. However, I do very much like the comp coming outside from American Dream. Delphox and Galarian Rapidash, not 2 Pokemon we see paired up quite often.
No, it isn't, to be honest, but it kind of gives you a lot of kiteability if they are going for that Flame Charge moveset on the side of Jose, and the Rapidash, of course, great at getting in and getting out. Realistically here, you've got a lot of all-rounder frontline on the side of Last Min Chance. You do need that maneuverability to get onto that Mewtwo Y, to get onto that Zoroark, or at least get away from the Zoroark. So I think with the Rapidash, that's going to be the difference between keeping these all-rounders busy and allowing the movement here on the side of that Delphox.
No, I agree with you. As we head into our final set, our final game for set number 3, round number 3 of Project Fearless, we're going to head on in. We got Hooper and the Urshifu in that top lane. Haven't seen an Urshifu in quite some time. Unfortunately, there's only 3 things that are guaranteed in this lifetime: death, taxes, and an Urshifu getting invaded. Send it to the top lane so you don't have to worry about one of those 3 things.
Yeah, here we're going to see if the Delmice can get plenty of stacks. Tung Tung Hero looking to find a good KO. They've managed to build up that Mega Meter. Shifu doesn't have an easier lane up here, though, but the Albanoa will find the revenge. But it just opens the gates for High to knock it down with the anchor.
High definitely waving that anchor around, greeting his enemies with a smile on their face. Can't tell if Delmisi does smile or not. We're just going to assume that it does, as it likes to go through. We're seeing the Zoroark come through right now. It is going to be the Feint Attack build instead of the Night/ build, but they are going to hunt down the Zoroark because, unfortunately, Zoroark not so good until it gets its evolution and access to both of its moves.
Yeah, that's why I hate Delphox until the late game, to be honest. Well, mid to late game. It just takes quite a while. I hate it in lane. I'm glad they take it to the central here. Delmisi's going to get away with 1 HP in a dream there as Albano is trying to see if they can shut that door down. Tung Tung Hero coming on back. Not yet at level 5. Does have the Mega ready to go, but won't go Mega until they have access to that level 5. They do have plenty of shielding coming through with the recovery here. Mewtwo X proving to be an effective frontline in this top lane, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's just a double, really bulky front line with that Delmise, as well as the Zorak's going to go through as well. Just prove that you don't need a Comfey with a Zorak. To all our solo queue players out there, you don't need to play it. Play the Zorak without the Comfey. Hell, play the Comfey without the Zorak. Play the Comfey without attaching to anything and see how you do. The Smart Strike's going to go in on the Rapid Dash. We're going to get a KO on our Mewtwo. That's going to be sent back to a Nurse Joy. Single strike Shifu, which we have not seen in a long time. Can't wait to call out the Ebon Fist Unite move. Tana, we haven't used that one in quite some time.
That is true. Same with Wicked Blow that they just missed there. And wow, Gertie's going to come and clean up the entire lane, bro. Doesn't need any assistance from Last Min Chads. Boyo is going to do it all by themselves. Free KO streak. And they get plenty of stacks for their effort as well, as they now hit 109 points on the board. 16 scored from American Dream. Last Min Chads are beginning to put this early game away.
Yeah, they really are. There's the pull coming through as well to try and trick the Hooper themselves. The Delmise trying to score 7 in the face of an Urshifu. He doesn't like that. He's going to put a fist right through wherever that face is on the Delmise. I assume it's on the wheel, but I could be mistaken, Tana.
I think so. Would you assume? Or would the mouth be the bottom of the anchor? These are the questions that we need to answer in the Pokemon World Chat. Somebody get a professor on the line as the rip comes through from American Dream here, looking for the Regieleki, but they're going to get pulled in instantly from Tung Tung Hero as they try and deal with it, but Wicked Blow will lock that down anyway. And that means Regieleki is now on the side of the American Dream as they take the Registeel as well. They're getting back in this game, mate.
I mean, and the American Dream managed to secure 2 objectives, but there comes the Gyro Ball and to the Compute and Crush. How long has it been since we said that Unite move? A very coming up from the side of Jose, who's just going to try and kite this Metagross down, but it has a wide berth, does this Metallic Spider. Now they're going to try and do some math. You're going to get 4 in, and then they're going to get 32 in. That's some nice math coming in from a last minute chance, increasing their lead. Anchor Shot going to tie and take the Urshifu away from securing, but there's one thing you cannot deny. It is the second god of secure in this game, apart from Blaziken. Blaziken has stayed in the meta. Urshifu has dropped out, but now looking to surge its way back in. Got another fight coming through. Ebon Fist going to come through as well. Psystrike going to keep them kited alongside the Anchor Shot. Double Mewtwo is such a problem.
It's working for Last Min Chads here at the moment, buddy, but Jose's now managed to hit the levels where they can start moving on this flame charge, but it ain't gonna work just yet as you get pulled in by the Mewtwo X. There's the Ultra Swell Slam from Jirare as they look to cause issues in the top lane. They find Delmisi. Triad Blitz gonna connect onto the side of one Mewtwo, and there goes the other. The champion of legendaries here is actually the Galarian Rapidash. Nightfall Days comes out from Gert, finds one, but again, the legendary Rapidash comes out on top.
I mean, the Infinite Sideburn was there to protect the pad. Jose unable to score. The Anchor Shot coming through, pulling them away. And Smart Strike Rapidash is going to have to try and get out of here. No! The Seaweed Snare hooks onto the Fairy Fox, the Fairy Horse, as they try to gallop away. And Last Min Chads come up trumps in that one. Beautiful Seaweed Snare into the KO there, mate.
Okay, so we're now at a stage where Last Min Chads are in the lead points-wise, although it is still ridiculously close, because when it comes down to these final fights, oh my god, Ebon Fist gets pulled out there as well, but can't do enough against Gert. Was that a full heal? There must have been something used, maybe the illusion.
I don't think
it's right there, bro. It's right there. Wow, crazy. But anyway, looking at this, that is going to be a Lecky taken by the American Dream. Regice here is going to, by Last Min Chads, sorry. Regice as well, over to the side of Last Min Chads. They're getting everything they could possibly want at this stage of the game, mate.
Yeah, they are. I mean, 134 to 212. Still a fairly close game between these two. They find the Buzzsaw. The Buzzsaw gets picked up and put down. Once again, he's going to try and slam his way around and does not able to get out. The Smart Strike going to go in from the Rapidash. Hit and run movement is absolutely illegal. They're going to try and catch him again. Pulled in by the Mewtwo. Into the Triad Blitz to get dash and hack their way through. The Fanciful Fireworks does come out. And once again, a Unite move we haven't seen in a long time. The shields from this Delmisi are just too good. 2 KO streak for Jose coming through alongside the Infinite Cyber. Hooper calls roll, but there's no one to call just yet. Right now, Tano, it's just the Buzzsaw surrounded by 3 members. The Ultra Swell Slam is going to come through, but gets taken down in the meantime.
What's hilarious about this right now is that it's actually the Mewtwo's that we're spending the least time looking at, buddy. The most impactful players on this field right now is coming out from this Dhelmise, Metagross, and Zoroark combo that's happening, and that is absolutely hilarious. They are still managing to make an effective difference, as we see Mewtwo Y hitting that level 12, being able to cause a lot of damage in the middle of this fight, and of course Metagross managing to pull in things like this Delphox that's trying to escape, and this Rapidash cutting down their speed, but their front line is so good from Last Min Chaz, as you witness it here again with this Metagross and Mewtwo X making an impact, trying to pull in this this Rapidash again. They get KO'd, but it's going to be the Swole Slam coming through from Jurare, and they do manage to escape this. That's ridiculous. Evan Fist is going to be used as they try and shut it down with the Wicked Blow, but doesn't connect because Jurare pulls them away with the Power Punch.
I mean, that does absolutely brilliant there. And the really interesting thing about this comp right now, Tana, is you got one Mewtwo Y pushing people away with Side Strike. You got another Mewtwo Y pulling them towards them. You've got the Anchor Shot that's pulling them away as well. And then you've got the Metagross that everyone just gets pulled into with a single Gyro Ball that gives them about 4 shields every single time they use it. Same with the Power Whip coming out from the Dhelmise. So there's a lot of bulk, a lot of really interesting comps. As ridiculous as it might sound to anybody, oh, double Mewtwo Y, it seems to be working, and the double infinite sideburns for team-wide stun is really making the market. Now, we're moving our way 10 seconds into our final game. 2 minutes is all that counts. Can American Dream stay undefeated, or can Last Min Chaz tie it all up? 2 level 13s on the side of the American Dream, a level 14 and a 15, and it's just going to go for a rip.
Oh my god, that's what they're going to do. Try and Blitz is in here as well. They're getting ready with that. Going to connect. It's going to be a big boom in the middle of this pit. Compute and Crush comes through. It's going to be the fanciful fireworks that finds it. Jose gets taken out though. Zoroark is down. Mewtwo Y is down. And it's all about Last Min Chaz holding on in these final few moments. Hundo Burger comes through. In fact, only 82. A little bit of sides there from the American Dream as they're not in the lead yet. This is why Last Min Chaz are sprinting to this T2 pad. Looking for the Usain Bolt play. They do stop them on the side of American Dream, but can they stop the front line? They're having to retreat on the side of Last Min Chaz, and Jose is managing to keep out of range here. Rapidash has zoned them away as well, and more points were scored. American Dream have the lead, but here comes the rest of the team. Shields on the side of Dhelmise, but they're going to go down. Here comes the damage from the Mewtwo Y. Will it be enough? They haven't found anybody just yet. Fanciful Fireworks will land. The American Dream is going to hold on here. Big amount of damage onto them though. 3 of them fall instantly. Can they find the Buzzwole? That's all they need to break through onto this pad. Rapidash is back. Jurare falls. 1 Pokemon left against the world here, buddy. Triad Blitz is going to connect. Points rain in from Last Min Chaz, and that's going to be all she wrote. Nothing more that Rose can do with that Hundo Burger put away. Last Min Chaz are going to take the set, Lobo.
Unbelievable. What an end. They just decided to go for the flip. Did American Dream. They can, I mean, what, there's 120 points into this. I don't think there's enough change. The 30 to 17 is going to go in. It's not going to be enough. The roll call is going to be called from the Hooper as well, and I think that is going to be all she wrote. They lost the objective, did Last Min Chaz, but they had enough damage on American Dream to ensure that they at least got some buffs away. There's double shielding coming out from the side of the Metagross and the Dhelmise. You saw them interchange their position, Tano. One went in, got shield, step back. The other went in, got shield, step back. And they waited for the Zoroark to come in, do the damage, and allowed them to heal themselves right up. Wow, what a set that we just witnessed. I mean, it was crazy. It was ludicrous. It was absolutely fantastic. What a great week of Project Fearless it has been this week.
You know what? I can't believe how last minute it ended up being, getting these teams set up and ready to go. But I'm so glad we did, mate. What a brilliant amount of fun we just saw in this set. American Dream with a 100% record coming into this set. And Last Min Chaz pushed them just like that, with the most ridiculous comps we've seen coming out. Double Gyarados, double Lucario, and then double Mewtwo. You know that they had a lot of fun in those games, and it was enough for them to finally break the back of American Dream and take that 100% record away. And I believe that now means that they're both tied with their records coming into this one, buddy. So I don't know who it's going to have to go to tiebreakers on whoever wins, but nevertheless, it's all about the taking part.
I mean, it's all about the taking part for us. And of course, as we bring it back to our lovely faces, again, what a way to end. So much fun to be had through Project Fearless. We saw 2 Game 3 situations, and when you take all those into consideration, there's 40 Pokemon banned off, and we saw Delmice, we saw Double Mewtwo. Again, it's just so much. I wish Pokemon Unite was more like this. I know in grassroots tournaments and everything else like this, it is all about the results. It's about winning, and we totally understand that. And this, I feel, was our chance to breathe a little bit of fresh air and fun into Pokemon Unite once again, because I think you and I have always maintained we love this game because it is at its core a fun game to play. I hope that everybody else feels that way. I hope Project Fearless keeps continuing to be a way, not just to, I mean, yes, practice the All-Star Draft and not just practice meta, but practice new, fun, and inventive comps. I mean, big thank you to our teams that decided to participate today. The American Dream, Game Crash, Last Minute Chads, and Banger. We really, really hope you guys had a fun time. Thank you for everybody that was watching today over here on Tano's channel. Thank you. Big ups for the raids, of course, that came through. I can't say thank you enough. It's just been a very, very fun couple hours of Pokemon Unite, and we hope that it continues to grow and we get more teams so we can showcase so much more fun to be had in this game.
100%, buddy. Just so you know, chat, Game Crash managed to win their final set versus a Banger over on the other side of things as well. But yeah, just to echo what Lobo was saying, a huge shout out to everybody taking part. Please come sign up, get involved. We love putting this on for you, and you can see people have had so much fun playing in this tournament here this week. It ended up being so incredibly competitive, which I am so happy with. That's all we want. So, you know, get involved. We're here every week. We have a 2-week break after like the 8th week, just so that we can reset. Me and Lobo, we've got stuff that we need to clear out, but outside of that, we're here every single week, guys. So please just get more involved. Tell your friends about it. If you don't want to play, just tell your friends about it. Put it in servers that you know. We try and advertise it wherever we can, but the more here, the more fun it can be. And of course, a humongous shout out to the legend Rosander, who was doing our observing today. What an absolute goat.
It can't have been easy. It can't have been easy with the games that we had this week, but I think that's going to be enough. I think Tano and I are going to go play some duo queue. So if you guys want to jump on ladder and run into Tano and myself, we welcome it. Just be kind to us because we're not as good as you guys. But next week's Project Fearless is going to be over on my channel. So if you would like, go over there. Chuck us a follow. Tano is on his road to 1K over on YouTube, so go give him a subscribe over there. I am on my road to 1K over here on Twitch, so please go follow over there. Check the Discord as well. I know a lot of you don't read the Discord. You love chatting in the Discord, but none of you read the Discord, so go check that out as well. Every single update for Project Fearless will be there. Go follow us on our socials. We post everything that we're getting up to. Tana's getting up to some incredible stuff when it comes to Marvel Rivals and all of that. I'm getting up to some fun stuff when it comes to Pokemon Champions, but we will always come back here together to reunite for Pokemon Unite. I'm on a roll today, my friends. Take us out.
That you are. Also, keep an eye on the socials, chat, because we have something exciting coming up with the Jigglytuffs that we're going to be doing. It's going to be great for the community. It's going to be a lot of fun. Me and Lobo will be there. Jigglytuffs is a team in the EU that have been playing for the better part of a couple of years here. They did break up, but they're coming back together now to get back into things. It's going to be fun. Keep an eye on the socials. It'll be announced very shortly. We're going to go raid out to the legend that is Red Munchlax. Let's go send the love over to her. She's currently doing some Pokemon Champions. And that'll be it from us. Thank you so much for the raids once again. We love you all so much. Mwah, much love. Pancake, Zika, Prodigies, Legends. We love you, bro. And we will catch you all next week for some more action. Bye.
Bye.
We don't have an ending screen yet. I forgot to set up the ending screen. Let's go to the intermission screen. Goodbye, guys. Love you lots. Bye.